Oh, I don't think we should talk about this. Come on, why not? People might misunderstand. Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about all the good things and the bad things that may be. People at home or in the crowd, it keeps coming up anyhow. Don't decoy, avoid, or make void the topic, cause that ain't gonna stop it. Now, just talk about it. Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about all the good things and the bad things. I don't think we should talk about this. Come on, why not? People might misunderstand. Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about all the good things and the bad things that make.
Hey, everybody. How's everybody doing today? Let me know how my sound is. I don't want to be too loud. Let me say hi to everybody. Hey, Cash. Hey, GMA. Hey, Scorpio Sting. Hey, Lurker. Hey, Lap at Life. Hey, Wine Crimes and Mayhem. Oh, today started out as a day, let me tell you. Hey, Headstones. Oh, thank you, Cash. Welcome to Poolside, dude. Let me tell you about my morning. My phone starts ringing at 6:30 this morning. Anybody that knows me knows don't you dare call me at 6:30 because I'm outside having my cancer stick and my morning coffee before I got to deal with the munchkins or anybody else. It's the school. They call me to tell me, automated messages, of course, that the elementary school has no power, had no electricity, so the kids were going to be taken to a different elementary school for the day. But if you didn't choose to go through that, then you could keep them home and it would be an excused absence. Okay. Well, my kids have a meltdown. They want to go to school. They do never want to stay home. They love school. So I'm talking to other parents in the morning. Their message said something different than mine. Theirs mentioned a different school. And I'm like, wait, these kids all ride the same bus? Are they going to split the kids up between these two different schools? So, we're trying to figure it out. In the meantime, another mom decided not even to send her. So I go up to the bus stop and all the other parents are there. And they're like, oh no, we called the school they were on the phone as I was walking to the bus stop because it's only in the corner. And he tells me, he says, I just got off the phone with the school. You're not going to believe this. It wasn't even our school. The message was wrong. They don't know how that automated message went out, but it specifically said our school, our elementary school. Here, it wasn't even an elementary school. It was the junior high, the middle school, that was getting shipped to another school because they had no power. I have no idea how they got that all messed up, but boy, it sure did ruffle things this morning. It was crazy. Oh, hit that like button. Be aware, Kathy P's all over it. You have been warned. Ends up in the chauvinist racist, in my opinion. Yeah, I am crazy, though, sometimes. Oh, I was this morning. That's just nuts. Why would you do that? I mean, come on. Get your facts, at least get your recorded message straight before you call a bunch of parents and wake them up with bad news. Because, come on. It's nice that they're in school all day. It does make for a long day for my little one. But it is, I'm getting used to it. It wasn't nice at first. I missed them like crazy. But I'm getting used to it. Okay, what's going on? Yep, that's what I did. I fed them the waffles, dressed them, and they wanted to go to school. Hey, go for it. It could have been a good experience, going to a different school, for the day, even though their teachers and everything still would have been there. Hey, roll with the flow. That's what I did. And then we get to the bus stop and find out, well, it didn't even have anything to do with our kids. So, yeah. Anyway. The kids were excited, though. They thought they were having a field trip day. They were just thrilled. They were going to be so bummed out. Oh, too much. But that's the least of my worries to stress about. As long as my kids are safe, I don't. Hey. But the school does really need to get it together with these automated messages. There's some days I'll get 5 and 6 messages. It's like, oh, along with 10 emails and texts. It's like crazy. In the Bullhorns, yeah. So, I know I came in a couple minutes early. Hey, Clemson girl. Hey, Angel. But I figured why not. But I've been asked some things, and I want to address them as best I can because there's really not much I can say that I haven't already said. I wasn't in Forgotten Whispers the other night. I watched it. I watched the replay, but I'm in bed at 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. Rarely do I stay up, and if I do, I pay for it. Better than a call from Betty at 6:30. Oh my God. So I might sit down and have a conversation with her. Yeah, I'll buy coffee. Have some good laughs. But I don't know where any of that came from. Like I said, I watched it on the replay after the fact because I was in bed sleeping. But as far as anybody exposing T with all these alts, go for it. I don't know what to tell you. I have not spoke to her in a long time. Don't intend to, for personal reasons. But I didn't feel the need to bring that to YouTube. I don't know if she has alts or how many she has. I truly don't. All I know is some things that I pointed out that, just little tiny things that raised a red flag for me. But I've shared them with no one. And a lot of you were in chat. Hey, Story Night, when she came in acting a fool, and I had no choice but to block her. I blocked all aspects. I just want nothing to do with it. Friends don't do friends that way. Hey, T. Marie. Good to see you, T. Good to see you, Story Night. In all honesty, would I doubt that she has all those alts? No. I've learned to doubt nothing on here. Nothing. I didn't want it to go down the way it did. But do I think she's the one that sent me the initial message? I don't know, honestly, 100%. Do I have my own feelings on it? Yes. There was everything I had. I of course, had no choice but to share because I was put in that position. But that's all I can tell you. That's all I know. It was sent to me. I made a mistake on Discord. Thought I sent it privately. When I didn't, it was removed immediately. End of story. I didn't have any facts to put out. There was nothing I could say. I mean, I cannot 100,000% prove it was her. But I chose to stay clear because there was just too many questions that weren't being answered. At least in my opinion, answered truthfully. I don't know about what Forgotten was doing with the commas and stuff like that. I've never paid attention to it, to be honest with you, to even know that. My hat's off to her. At least she tried. I know she meant no harm to anyone. She was just trying to help, just trying to, I don't know. She just didn't mean anything to hurt anybody. Hey, K-Dogs, good to see you. Forgotten is so sweet. She would never try to purposely hurt someone. Never. So I guess that's all I could say. I don't know what else to say. T's not been around, at least that I know of in my chat. For all I know, she could be under an alt. I have no idea. If she does come in causing trouble, that alt will get blocked just like any other alt. I don't like blocking people, but when you ask someone to stop repeatedly and they don't, then you're given no choice. That's just disrespect, and I don't think it's right. And, I don't wish no harm on T. Live your life, do you? That's it. Oh my God, I got a picture. I wanted to. What's really weird about this whole situation is I've been on Twitter for years. I mean, I'm not big on Twitter, but what's really weird is since all this happened, I swear, if not every day, every other day, I'm getting follows and asking to follow back for people that don't have any post or don't have any followers, and it's different names. So that's weird because until all this went down, I never got stuff like that. But that could mean nothing, or it could mean, I don't know. It's just weird. Of course, I don't follow them back. Okay, Candyland Fall Festival. What? Okay, I'm gonna try if I can share. I should have sent it to my thing. I got a picture of the cottonmouth that was at my neighbor's door greeting her the other morning. Nasty looking snake. Nasty looking snake. I don't like snakes. Not the poisonous ones anyway. I wish my husband could get the big one, the big cottonmouth that's hanging that once in a while comes out, and Son's back here. He's trying. It hasn't come back out. Or we could see it, and we've been looking for it. But we're going to, first, I found this, I did a live the other day on that Eugenia Cooley, and that's such a sad story. But Betty, and I'm not going to play the whole live, I'm only going to play portions of it, had, of course, some things to say. But she's not drama. She don't do the drama. What is this winter chicken dinner? Oh my God, I wouldn't want your chicken dinner. Not after that steak. Nope. Sorry, babes. Sorry. Nope. That steak wasn't up for me. And I have it recorded. Watch, I'll have to send it because if she privated another live. Okay, let me see. And this Crotchgate thing, that is just, that's a serious murmur case. 4 innocent, beautiful young people lost their lives. And I get it's a lot to deal with, but doing a Crotchgate contest and stuff is mine. And then making it part of your live day after day and joking about it, I don't know. To me, that's just wrong. That's just disrespectful. But again, that's just me. I can't tell the Bullhorn how to think or feel. Oh, she's gonna talk though. She's got some things to say in this live. I'm getting to her intro. I did record some of the clips, but it's taken forever to upload to YouTube. I don't know what's going on there. I mean, they're not even big clips. They're just small clips, but it's still, I gave up. Just like I'm about ready to give up with the music situation. Trying to do I suck at these editings and doing intros, and I'm just having no luck. I'll get it though. I just got to relax and calm down and not stress about it so much. Though I did contact YouTube about that intro that was made for me, and they said absolutely she could not strike me like she threatened. It's my logo, it's my channel in that intro, and I've got the proof that it was made for me. I got the message that was sent that I didn't even know there was being an intro made, but YouTube said that I could use it and would not get a strike. So I don't know. Hey, CK Warhola. And cups of coffee? Might spice it up a little bit, Cash. Hey, Alan, good to see you. But anyway. I'll read that article I found about Eugenia. Supposedly I'm not going to do it. We're going to do Betty first. Supposedly Eugenia's it went back to treatment. I hope that's true. And I hope this time it works. I really do. Because that's just so sad. Oh, and then my dog is freaking constipated. Unbelievable. I've had him out like 30 times this morning. It's driving me nuts. Okay, we'll get in. Let's see what chat's saying. We'll get into the Betty first. I wouldn't even take a cup of coffee from her. She's just unsanitary and gross. Yeah, see that I'm finicky when I cook. When I'm messing with food and stuff. Honestly, when I use dealing with a lot of meat, I put gloves on. I have gloves that are specific, that don't have the powder or nothing in them, that are specific for separating and dealing with meat. But how do you touch your hair and run your fingers through your hair and be touching on everything else and then go back and touch that food? Oh, no, that's gross. Wash them damn hands. And even after you touch meat, you should wash your hands. I don't know, but that's just me. I'm real. And see, I got to clean up as I go. And I can't have all that stuff sitting all over my counters. It drives me nuts. And then you just have a big cleanup afterwards. So why not just do it as you go and save yourself a lot of work? I look at it like work smarter, not harder. I don't know. But no. See, you got to be, when it comes to cooking, things have got to be clean. Nope. I am not going to be running because you sweat and stuff during the day. You live in Florida. It's muggy and hot down here right now. And it's so muggy. I got the fan on, so if it's bothering you guys, let me know. I'll turn it off if you're hearing, if it's interfering. But not be touching on your hair and stuff like that, and then putting your hands on food. No, that's gross. But again, that's just me. But you know what? I think that would be good for her to do like a crime cooking show. She can murmur the food while she's talking about old crimes and murmur victims. It goes hand in hand. I think it would be good. She could actually, maybe she'd be funny. Who knows? I'm really surprised she's not. Isn't today's sentencing for now I can't think of her name. But I'm surprised she's not streaming that. Give him some canned pumpkin. He wouldn't eat it. Do you know why he's constipated? Because he ate some tuna fish yesterday that he shouldn't have had, but he had. And he's spoiled. It helps doggies. Hey, Sofa King, good to see you. I wish he'd eat it. I'd go get a can. I don't have can, but yeah. And then I made dozens of peanut butter cookies last night because I have to make two different kinds. One likes them with the Hershey Kiss in them, and the other one don't like the Hershey Kiss in them. So, yeah. And now I didn't touch my hair and everything else. Ooh, that's gross. No. Ooh, no. No, I don't even care that you cooked a steak for 40-something minutes. I have never cooked a steak for that long. I couldn't even imagine trying to eat it. But hey, each to his own. It was funny. But let's see where we're going to start here with the bets.
And so I just kind of...
And by the way, every video I do is not about the bets. And it won't be. But when she does stuff like this, I'm going to show it. But I do talk about other things and other people.
Chilled, enjoyed the day, enjoyed my Sunday. It was really nice. I haven't stopped working at all. And my birthday just passed. Not like I want
Again with the birthday. How long do we have to hear about the birthday?
Get any older, right? I don't want to get any older.
Oh, she picked her ears?
My birthday.
What? She picked her ears? No, no. Ugh.
Just passed. You guys know I was working on my birthday. And so I just said,
Betty,
the heck? What the heck? And listen to this.
Newsflash. A lot of people work on their birthdays. I never had my birthday off. Didn't care. But, just saying. A lot of people work on their birthdays.
Yes, listen to this. I wasn't going to cook yesterday.
I had COVID for mine. So that was my birthday present. Said, hey, bitch, here, you don't need your birthday. You're only 60. We're going to make you sick. Maybe sick.
You guys know how I feel about cooking. I did feel like cooking, right? That's why I did fake biscuits.
Okay.
Knock at the door.
That gets on my nerves with the fake biscuits. They're not fake biscuits. You use them, so they can't be too fake. Leave the biscuit companies alone. Or you end up in more trouble, which you really don't need.
I'm chilling. I'm watching Forensic Files, getting caught back up on the
early
90s and 2000s, forensic phenomenons.
Oh, my God.
Binge watching.
Oh.
So I get a knock at the door. And the knock at the door is my neighbor with a plate of food. It was ham. I haven't had ham in a while. It was good. I enjoyed it.
Bet you it wasn't like that rubber steak.
I'm not going to tell because people are going to make fun of me. You see, you guys get no joy. You guys get to hear nothing about my life because I know people will make fun of me because I would make fun of me. That's why I know.
Oh, my God.
Anyways, good morning, guidance. It's nice to see you. Bullhorn Betty's present. Callie K, it's nice to have you in the house. Sonia is with us. Allergic to humans. Andra, thanks for going anywhere. Nobody's pushing me around. Nobody's going to.
All right, I went too far.
In the house.
See, it won't let me go.
Us. Allergic to humans. Andra.
It's one thing I don't like about this laptop. It won't let me go just a couple of seconds, and then I've always got to keep doing it. But let's see. I think this is it.
Let me see. But in all fairness, no, I do not. I'm not worried. I'm not worried at all. I will still be doing my thing. You got to remember, this is just a platform I utilize to get these cases out. It doesn't make or break me. That's the difference, and that's why nobody can control me. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. I'm Bullhorn Betty. My message will get out one way or another. I attract a lot of attention no matter where I go. So as far as me disappearing or going anywhere, I'm not really worried about it.
You attract a lot of attention wherever you go? No, you don't. You attract attention when you're out there acting like an idiot with a bullhorn, screaming for hours on end in front of people's homes, being a nuisance, and interfering in cases. That's when you attract attention. Other than that, no. Oh, I forgot. You're world famous. Wait a minute. Does that mean I'm world famous because I got somebody from another country in my chat? Because that's where you get it from. So I guess we're all world famous on here then.
Here. Okay? And people need to come to acceptance that I'm here. And
don't care. Don't care.
And the sooner we can all just get to that acceptance place, the happier I think we'll all just be.
Uh-huh.
Because I'm not going anywhere. Nobody's pushing me around. Nobody's going to knock Bullhorn Betty around. Nobody's going to intimidate me anymore. Nobody's going to intimidate my audience, my fans, and anybody else. We're over it. See? We are free from the drama because we did not agree that this one group of people are going to dictate how we do our channels and stuff like that. I don't want a bunch of felons and criminals dictating what I am able to do on my channel.
Okay. Back it up. Hit reverse. Bets. Whether you want to believe it or not, you are the drama. You are smack dab in the middle of the drama day in and day out. And you know what? I don't care what you do. I call you out on your own behavior, your own words. Other than that, I don't care what you do. I really don't. I've got my own thing, my own life. But also, Betty, I'm not going real life on you here or nothing because this has already been put out by you. But you have no right calling anybody a felon or a criminal with a record like yours. Just saying. And people do make mistakes and people do change, and that's fine. Who cares if they've been arrested before? Who cares? The past is the past. Remember, Betty? Isn't that what you're saying? You keep telling everybody the last week or so, it was my past. It was in the past. Well, you don't let things go. How come it's only the past when it pertains to you, but nobody else? Nobody tried to chase you off here. Nobody's attacking you or your fans. I have never went into your chat and went after any of your subs. I wouldn't do that. I don't. Sorry. I'm busy. I actually have real life stuff to do. But yeah, you're delusional. You're delusional.
Sorry, I just don't bow down like that.
You don't.
We don't have nothing to do with them. If they want to create chaos, they can do that there. But we do true crime over here. We're not these drama people. We don't do behind the scenes sneaky stuff like they try to portray. It's all lies for them to get their clicks and views, because nobody's interested in their commentary on true crime. Let's be honest. You look at the true crime crap. All
right, you asked for it. You said, let's be honest. I'm going to give you that. Betty, you are so full of crap. You are not true crime. You're a drama with a splash of true crime. A little bit of true crime. You pass out misinformation on any case you touch. Any case you care to involve yourself in. You cause a lot of the drama, Betty, because it gets you the views and clicks. Just saying.
It's zero little numbers because it's just boring stuff, okay? All this stuff at times can be boring. You know, we go over court documents and stuff like that. But some people have it, some people don't. And when you don't have it, you have to attack people to get clicks and views.
What? Hey, Becca. Whoa, what? Some people have it and some don't. Do you have it? Honest question. Do you have it? Because, Betty, you're sitting here right now doing the drama that you say you don't do to get people in your chat. Just own it, wear it, and run with it. Honestly, just do that. It's okay. I mean, like you said, each to his own. But you're doing exactly what you're sitting here preaching about everybody else doing. If you weren't the drama or part of the drama, you wouldn't even be talking about it every day. Every day.
I don't get it. But hey, you know, whatever floats their boat makes them happy. Whatever. Not my problem. Not our problem. It's not anybody on YouTube's problem. They want to create that chaos and have all that fighting and nonsense. That's childish. Let them do it. But we're not engaging. We're done engaging. I don't owe anybody anything. None of us do. None of us. No channel does.
Hey, Tiffany.
Like, you didn't give birth to me. You're not paying my bills. Like, who do you think you are? The insanity. I just can't. I just can't, because every time I talk about it, it's something that they can take and twist and manipulate and, you know, go for their. It doesn't matter. They mean nothing. They think that this small little group of people dictate. No.
What?
No. So allergic to human. God bless you. Have a great Monday.
Okay. What small little group of people, by the way? Honest question. What are you? What's in that coffee cup? Is it the Kool-Aid of delusions? Because you've been drinking a lot of it. A whole lot of it. Betty, do you not realize that you are 12 minutes and 10 seconds into your live and it's been nothing but drama? Nothing but. Do you ever watch yourself back? Because honestly, I didn't used to, and recently I have been, and yeah, I don't like to hear myself either. But yeah.
But I'm not too concerned. I'm not too concerned.
You're
See,
not.
The problem is that we provide great content. We do great things.
Huh?
No matter where we go, we're going to attract attention.
Huh?
It's just what it is.
What?
And we're not attracting attention. Hey, you know what? I got a bullhorn, right?
We're aware you have a bullhorn and you use it. Trust and believe. We all have seen your actions. Betty, you don't attract attention. How many people showed up for your search? 3? Okay. Your behavior attracts attention, Betty, when you go acting a fool. Other than that, no one cares. Good for you, but you do good work. You call passing out misinformation on case after case after case, never correcting it, never owning it, leaving the videos up is good work. Okay. All right. I guess everybody's entitled to their own opinion.
Getting attention the right way, I'll get attention the wrong way. One way or another, there's going to be attention to any case I touch. Just, it is what it is, okay? You guys are just going to have to get it, okay?
What? It's not... Can a mod post the membership link, please? I don't know how to do it. Yeah, Betty, no. No. Oh, my God, no.
Good morning, Miss Robin. I see you in the house. It's nice to see you all this wonderful morning, Manic Monday. Inspire before you expire. I hope we all do. I hope we all find a way to expire before we expire before we expire. It's Monday for me too, folks. Okay, it's Monday for me too. Good morning, Mike. It's nice to see you. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Steph L. Good morning.
Okay, we're going to fast forward you, Betty.
On Brian Koberger's crotch and fly. So we even opened it up to Flygate. So we have Crotchgate and Flygate entries for thumbnails. And these thumbnails are in our community post. But here's the issue. We need a vote on them. It won't let me put them in individual pictures and put a poll up for individual thumbnails. So I don't know what to do. I think what we are probably going to have to do is do this the old-fashioned manual way. I think I'm going to have to post it in the community tab and tell people, make your selection. Which one do you want? Make your selection. I think it's 1 through 7. And we're just going to have to tally it up the old-fashioned way. And you know what? Whatever it is whatever it is.
See, hey, Okie. How you doing, Okie Crime News? Thanks for coming in. I don't have the iPhone link. Helen, do you know how to get the links for the memberships and post them? Okay, Betty. Oh, my God. She is making her rounds in everybody's comment sections, everybody's chats. She needs to worry about tomorrow. Isn't it tomorrow?
We have 7 entries. Someone is winning a Bullhorn Betty shirt.
Okay, I'm sorry. And this is just my opinion. And if you don't agree with me, that's fine. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. But I think this is just disrespectful. Okay. Number one, who the hell wants a t-shirt with your name on it? Just ask it. No. But she's going to get into saying something about this. But this whole thing is just too much. This is a serious case. There was innocent people murmured. It's not a freaking joke. It's just not a joke. Hi, Grandma Sherry.
Nice world. And then listen to this. Then I have a thumbnail that comes in from a hater.
Oh, Lord.
After the deadline. And it broke my heart because, honestly, it was a good stinking thumbnail. But it was after the cutoff. And you know me, I'm a stickler for rules. I would actually put it in. I even said to this person, I'm like, I told the people, haters, if you want to, you can burn the Bullhorn Betty shirt. Like, put your entry in. So I feel bad because I really...
You're a stickler for the rules? Since when? I'm telling you, get rid of that coffee cup that has the Kool-Aid of delusions. Because that delusional Kool-Aid is really messing with you, Bets. Really messing with you. And a hater sent you a thumbnail. I don't believe that you would use it anyway. Just saying. But that's just my opinion, I
really think that the one that was provided was a good contender in the Flygate, Crotchgate contest. However, it was past the deadline, so it can't be included, and I'm sorry about that. It's not to pick on anybody. It's not, because it really truly was after the deadline, and not even after that deadline, but after 2 other deadlines. So it was truly a late entry.
Okay, shoot time and people.
So at the end of the day, the 1 through 7 are what we are going to be voting on. And somebody's going to be lucky enough to win a shirt. So look out for the community post today. I'm going to repost. It's going to...
Do you understand how disrespectful this is, Betty? You just don't get it, do you? You have attacked the survivors. You have attacked the victim's family because they chose to not go to court. Who the hell do you think you are? Dear, you are not true crime. You are drama all the way. And you know what you can do with that shirt? You know where the sun don't shine? Yeah, you can shove it way up in there. But that's just my opinion. Hi, Blank Slate.
Say, this is the contest. Put your number. You only get 1 entry, guys. So please, please, please keep it to 1 entry. Now, if you do accidentally, mistakenly pick one and you change your mind, in there, say that what you originally selected and what you're changing it to. And you only get 1 of those. I don't want to see 5 of them. Like, don't tell me that, oh, I like this one, I changed my mind. And then 5 minutes later, oh, no, I want this one better. This one better. No, you get 1 shot to change your mind. That's it. And whoever is the lucky winner is the lucky winner. So
normally in a contest, Betty, when you're voting, you get 1 shot, period. You don't get to change your mind. You don't get to change your vote. So you're bending the rules for you. Gotcha. You don't want the hater to win. Is that it? Okay.
Entry contestant, good luck. Today is the day. Hopefully by tomorrow, we will have a winner chicken dinner, and somebody's going to be getting a Bullhorn Betty shirt. So
how long you been telling them this now? For at least 2 weeks? You keep putting it off day after every day. You keep putting it off, saying next time. Maybe the people that actually submitted these thumbnails really want the winner and really want that t-shirt. But you keep putting it off. It's a t-shirt. It's not that big a deal. I mean, Dollar Tree has them for $1.25.
Thank you. All right. Nice to see you. Who else do we have? Nola Noble. Nice to see you. Good morning. Sinus pressure is killing me. I keep forgetting where you live, Mike, but I got to tell you, it's a little crazy because this last trip, the one that Olivia and I went to Tennessee. Her and I went to Tennessee to do our second trip.
Let me look at that. No reason to apologize, TT. I get it. I totally get it. This just really pisses me off. It's a joke to her. It's a joke. It's not a joke. Okay, yeah. When the thing was filed in court and you ripped it to shreds for days doing lives about it, reading every little word and trying to flip it to sound more than it was, and yeah, I don't even know how anybody watches all that. You laughed about it then. That's it. Move on. No, you had to make it this whole contest. That is, that's the kind of shit that infuriates me about you. That's why you're drama with a splash of true crime. Just like your buddy Olivia, she's paranormal aliens with a splash of true crime. I don't get it, but okay.
for Layla Santinello.
Oh,
And as soon as we got there, I could tell a difference. Like everything in my face just felt really dry. Not my skin, just everything else. Everything else just felt like...
Oh, Beer Can, there's a meeting today? Is she... Hey, blank screen. Is she going to be there? Oh, man. I want to see the video of that, if so.
I could tell the back of my throat was really dry. So I have to think that you're, at least for, well, I'm in Florida. Everything's further north from here, right? But still, I think the dry weather must be further north because I could. It was a noticeable difference. It was a noticeable difference. So, who else do we have? Miss Robin in the house. Andrea's a rocker. Sometimes.
No.
Sometimes I'm a rocker, and sometimes I'm a rocker.
Oh my God.
I'm just kidding. For the love of everything holy.
I'll make you a deal, Bets. I'll give you a nice super chat on payday, of course, if you stop that damn cackling. How's that?
It's funny now that I know what goes on and how people wake up to watch me and to come up with something.
You got to sub to somebody to super chat them. Cash, you timing out everybody again? Are you all having fun with it? Cash means no harm. He just loves to time people out. You should have been in chat the other day, Cash, when Betty was there. You would have had fun.
Type of campaign against me for the day, and it's funny.
Anyway, what I was asking is, do you have to sub to somebody's channel to give them a super chat? I don't know. I'm not subbing. Nope. Won't even sub to comment. Nope. Because my dumb luck, I'd forget to unsub.
I imagine somebody sitting around. Just sitting around, we need to start getting a little more outrageous on here because I can just see somebody sitting around.
That's what you do.
Keep going.
Oh my God.
Gotta give him something to talk about over here. Okay, I gotta stop. That's not what it's here. I'm sorry. It's just hilarious. I can't help it. Where is Betty searching today? Well, I don't know. Searching today. I wonder if today should be the day that we search the couch for change. I think that might be it. I wonder if
I clean my couch once a week. I take the cushions off and vacuum. I have animals. I have to. Even though I put doggy and kitty blankies down. Oh, thank you, Cash. After the latter bankrupts her. But I don't have cash in my couch. I don't have change in my couch. I clean my couch once a week because of my critters. But yeah, no. I don't never have cash. I never have cash on me. God, it's been years. Yeah, and sometimes it's a pain in the ass when you don't have cash, let me tell you. But yeah, never mind.
I'm going to, maybe it needs to be the Bullhorn Betty scavenger hunt today. Maybe that will be what we're up to today. I'm not sure yet. Look at that cup.
I'm telling you, it's called Delusion, Kool-Aid of Delusions. And she's probably had it. Hey, Taz, good to see you. She's probably had about 3 or 4 of them. This was, I think, yesterday morning. I don't even know if she went live today. I'm sure she did. But if there's a commissioner's meeting in her town, I got to go try to find the video. I would love for them to just zoom in on the people's faces, because the one video I did see, and they did briefly show a couple faces, the look when she walked up to talk said it all.
Got a whole day ahead of me. It's Monday.
Oh yeah, it was yesterday.
A suitcase is strange. I'm walking into the middle of a conversation. I feel it. I don't know what suitcase is strange. Is my suitcase strange? I just bought suitcases. How is my suitcase strange? How did you know I
Oh,
do you have a video camera in my house? Should I be searching? Where's my metal detector? Where's the metal detector? Mom! No. I need to stop. It's Monday. It's Monday. We need to have fun. Okay. Good morning, ICU. Good morning, Robin. Good morning, Sonia. Good morning, Lola. Ruby, good morning. Van Lady in the house. John Davis, true crime. You might want to come back in a half hour. Then we'll start talking about true crime. I'm sorry for wasting your time. Sorry for wasting your time. It's Monday. It's Monday. What do you expect? What do you expect? Tip it back. It's nice to see you. I'm tipping it back. I hope all the coffee clubs and coffee clubbers and beaners are out there. Oh my God. Sorry. This is a live show. If anybody hasn't noticed, this is a live show. And every now and again, things even slip out of my mouth that make me laugh. Okay? I have to be honest with you. That would be one of them. That would be the time. Jazz King, nice to see you, love. I haven't seen you. Hearts, 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 hearts. I almost want to give you a kiss on your cheek.
Oh, no.
You're going to jazz us up today?
Ooh.
Emma M, nice to see you.
Oh.
Mama Shell Bell. Mama, it's nice to see you. Good morning. Good morning. I saw you in church, love bug. I saw you in church.
Okay.
Betty, what is your biscuit recipe? Those fake biscuits.
Oh, that lab. Okay, that lab. I got a passport. Quit. I told you, leave them biscuit companies alone. If they're so damn fake, why are you buying them? And you buy the generic brand. You don't even buy the Pillsbury brand. But you need to leave them alone because, Betty, you don't need no more trouble. And the last thing you need is another lawsuit you're going to lose. Anyway, yeah, that cackling is just too much.
Great value brand in a roll.
The generic brand.
But my actual biscuits have, like they some people cut it in with Crisco. I don't know about, I'm not a Crisco fanatic, so I cut mine in with butter. But it's just baking powder, flour. What the heck is it? Did I put an egg in there? I think I put an egg somewhere in there.
Oh, okay.
I got a card. I got a card for my biscuits. But
no, thank you.
They're rolled out, and I don't mind rolling the biscuits out. I really don't. It's just that the other day it was my turn to cook for because my neighbor and I, we've been kind of he's an older gentleman that lives next door. And he watches the house.
He's an older gentleman, and you gave him that shoe leather? Bats. How was he supposed to chew that?
I'm out of town, he watches the house when I'm not home. He brings in the mail. He just does a lot of stuff for me.
That's sweet.
And so there for a little
That's
while
really sweet.
when I was coming in, he started bringing me over dinner because he knows that I've been working. I worked a lot. He sees my comings and goings. He knows how often I go to the grocery store, and he knows when I'm out of food. I don't know how he knows. He just knows. Okay. So he started bringing me over some plates of food and trying different recipes.
I'm not touching that because there's some things I could say about that, but I'm going to be nice. I'm going to be nice. I'm not going to touch it. But your neighbor sounds really sweet. Hats off to him. I have an elderly neighbor I always feed as well.
And having me try it. And I'm like, okay, well, this is fun. Maybe, he's like, well, so I decided to cook a couple dinners and take it over. So now we kind of got this thing where, he'll cook a meal, he'll bring me over a meal. There's been a couple of times where he cooked a meal and I cooked a meal.
This chat's killing me.
Literally exchanging plates at the door. There was that time. But typically we're pretty in sync.
No, Tip, what about,
so it's been pretty nice.
No, let me back up. Justice for All in ICU. Wasn't ICU the one that was playing the baby's music? That baby crying? I bet Betty don't know that her beloved ICU and Justice for All are mods for all the rap. Oh, I would. Or she knew that. Oh, I didn't know that either. Interesting. I have never been to that channel. They are all mods for all of Rap's channels now. How many damn channels is it? Rap a guy or a girl? How many channels do you need? To buy her groceries, he probably lives on Social Security. Yeah, exactly. Like I said the other day, I felt so bad for my neighbor. She lives on a fixed income, and she just needed a couple days on her light bill. I think I told you guys this, and she thought she did it online, which she's not good at on her phone. And for some reason, it didn't go through, and she tried to call FPL, and you can't never get a hold of anybody. It's like a 20-minute menu, and then it's like next to impossible, and she can't figure out that you got to keep pressing all this stuff. They shut her freaking power off for $213. I said no. I mean, yeah, I don't have it either. Right now, my husband isn't working. He's been so sick. But I had some, and I called a couple people I know, or some neighbors, some friends, and we all got it together and went and paid and got her light bill back on real quick. Because that was insane. All she needed was till Monday. She needed 3 freaking days. You know, it was just sick. And she cried so hard. God bless her heart.
But it was my turn to cook, and I just didn't feel like I just wasn't in it to win it that day. So I was just in it to make a good meal. And God bless canned goods, right? God bless canned goods. So that day it was just canned biscuits.
Canned biscuits are good.
You know what? Maybe I'll do a little show on how to make the perfect biscuit.
Oh my!
It's really good.
Now that's one I'm not gonna miss. I want to see that one. Okay.
Believe it or not, biscuits. Honestly, if you use self-rising flour, you could just get away with like 3 or 4 ingredients. Seriously, like it's the simplest thing to do to make a homemade biscuit, and you are literally cutting out all the preservatives that are in those biscuits to preserve them. You're cutting out all those chemicals, the stabilizers, everything. Literally, it takes no more time to make a biscuit. I mean, just a few extra minutes. Breaking a can and pulling it.
Rob's the one that sent the clown to Georgia. The police could do nothing, but the clown made her leave in a hurry. Oh, I didn't know who sent it. Oh, Helen, she's a sweetheart. I felt so bad. You know, she said she's never ever had her electricity shut off, and she's alone and in her 80s. She needed help. And she actually tried to come over and give me that money back when she got her direct deposit on Monday. I was like, no, ma'am. She said, well, you got kids. I know, your husband's sick right now. And I know, blah, blah, blah. And I said, and she said, you can give it back to the neighbors that helped. I wouldn't do it. Nope. Enjoy. You deserve it.
Them out. But you're talking about something that takes just 5 extra minutes to make, versus for such a better product. I don't know. I just prefer biscuits. I do have Bisquick in the house, but if you know anything about my Bisquick, I have to buy a little because I only use it for a very specific purpose. The only time I ever use Bisquick, honestly, is in my chicken and dumplings. I have a rolled out, a homemade hand rolled dumpling in my chicken and dumplings. But what I like about the Bisquick dumplings is as the dumplings cook and break up, it thickens the sauce without need of extra ingredients.
You don't need to go back out.
That's why I do it. It's not for any other purpose than it gives a different flavor dumpling in there, which really is a good balance, and it thickens the sauce up, so it gets that thicker, creamier sauce. That's the only reason why I use it in my chicken and dumplings. Otherwise, my chicken and dumplings, I would just use a little cornstarch in it and just the hand rolled dumplings. But I like the Bisquick. It makes it easier. It's one less step I have to do.
Okay. You're right, though. If you use the Bisquick right, you can make some fluffy dumplings, but no thanks. I'll pass.
I missed something. No, you didn't miss anything, John. We're just not talking about anything yet. I'm 26 minutes in and I'm still talking about just cooking. Apparently, we have a lot of hungry people Monday morning at 9:30 in the morning. Okay, people need to learn before you go to work. You need to get breakfast. Okay, You need to get breakfast. I can see where this is going this morning. Everybody forgot breakfast this Manic Monday, and you guys are hungry. And the more we talk about food, the hungrier you're going to get. I can already tell you. Tara, nice to see you. Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Hi, Christina. Hi, Running Bear. Yeah, I do too, Running Bear. And if you do it right, they makes the fluffiest biscuits. Hi, True Texan. No, Helen, he's okay. He thinks it's going to rain. And he just prances and gets nervous.
Who else do we have? Becky, nice to see you. Mama's the boss. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Elfig, nice to see you.
Okay.
Stephanie Marlowe, good morning, all.
Okay, we are 27 minutes and 6 seconds into this live, and you have yet to get started. But you're going to have another rant here. But I'm going to fast forward you.
And it's nice to see you. Connie, nice to see you, Love Bug. I hope you're having a wonderful day in Florida. I hope you're having a wonderful day in Florida. So let's see what else we have. Smell Like a Rose. Good morning.
Oh,
good
my
morning.
Lord. Move on.
Everybody. Let's see it as an honorable mention. And I'm walking into conversations. Huntress is in the house. Nice to see you, Love Bug. I hope you're doing well. Skittles, True Crime. Nice to see you, love it. I love it too. I think we're just about through, everybody. If I missed you, there's the real me too. Good morning, love. I hope you're doing well today.
Uh-oh.
There's a few people in our chat. Well, there's probably more than a few people in our chat. Ariana, nice to see you. Mr. J. Quinn, good morning. Aww,
okay, can you get on with the good mornings?
I wish I knew how to do the funky print. I would love that. So for September 25th, it says fill in the blanks.
Oh, this book cracks me up because she does not clearly take in what she reads. She clearly don't. If she did, well, maybe she can't comprehend it. I don't know.
The magic of a storyline and
the life of letting go.
Words. When we read a novel, we often find that the writer gives us only.
Bye, Betty.
Right, and we got to help these families, and we're going to continue to details. So it is with life. Often we're giving back. You can find your own way of giving back, but I truly believe in life, in this beautiful life that we have. I shouldn't be here. God gave me a second chance, and there's somebody out there that can benefit from that second chance God gave me. And so I hope each and every one of you get to find your second chance and your ability and your passion and what moves you to help others. That really is what this channel has been.
Hi, guys, Angel.
It's all about. We do a lot, right? We do some controversial stuff. I get it. Not everybody's down with it, but they don't have to be. I do me, right? Because I'm comfortable in my skin. That's what it comes down to. I'm comfortable with the stuff I do. As long as the only person I answer to is my God and my law enforcement and my government once a year, right? If I keep all of them happy, I'm happy. That's all I need to do.
Well,
that's it.
Yeah, you know what, Betty? Most people don't have to worry about keeping law enforcement happy because we don't have contact with law enforcement. We don't go out of our way to be a nuisance to law enforcement across the United States. So, or even locally. I mean, that makes your day because you're, okay.
Right? And we got to help these families. And we're going to continue to do so. And you guys know how I feel about Layla Santinello. Layla Santinello, that case called me.
You help these families? Can you name me one family? And my hat's off to you for the flyers and stuff that you've done with Layla. But of course, you couldn't just do the case. You had to bring in all the drama. And then you wanted that wedge between the family. You truly did. I truly believe you did. And you tried to control the case, which has absolutely nothing to do with you. It's not your child. But again, you keep saying you help these families out financially and everything. When? Where? How? Show me. And I'll admit I'm wrong. I don't know. I've never seen it. But You're not helping these families when you get on here and you pass out misinformation on the cases. You outright lie. You attack victims. And you attack the families. How's that helping? I want to know how that is helping. What kind of help do you think that is? Do I need to bring up some of the clips about you going after victims and their families? You know, one I can think of down here in Florida recently, because they didn't want your YouTubers butting into their business and looking in their windows and knocking on their doors. You slammed them. Show me one victim or one family that you actually helped without all the drama bull crap you do. Just one. And this case isn't it, because Betty, you actually got on here several times and said that this woman was gone. And I'm not going to say it the way you did, out of respect for her mother and for her and her father and her stepmother and her child. But you've said it. How's that helping? And you were saying it before you went down and searched, which I still think you need to butt out of, but hey, each to his own. Now, when law enforcement and stuff call for help for searches like they did with Kaylee Anthony, that's not interfering. I wasn't interfering. I also didn't walk with a phone streaming the whole time or recording anything. My phone never left my backpack. Ever. And I didn't see anybody else doing it either. That's why you get called out, Betty, because you're doing it for content, not because you care. If you cared, the damn phone would never leave your backpack or your fanny pack or your back pocket. And it was organized searches with law enforcement. And Tim, I actually got to meet him. He's a really super nice guy. You know, EquiSearch is a legit organization. Maybe you should have reached out. I mean, I know they're super busy because there's so many missing, but you never know. But you didn't do that. You took it upon yourself. You are not certified. You are not trained. You just don't get it, do you?
It's something that's just a passion item of mine. This is a case that didn't get a whole lot of attention. We
exactly,
were able to bring some really good attention to the case. The case is not getting as much attention as it once did. We need help in this case. This mother is pleading for her daughter to come home. Okay. We don't know where her daughter is.
Wait a minute. Now I just caught you on your own slip of your tongue, Betty. You just said the case isn't getting as much attention as it did. But do you remember how many times you got on here and said it got no attention whatsoever when law enforcement and multiple agencies had already conducted searches? There had been numerous articles, numerous news reports, live news reports, but you kept claiming there was nothing being done till you got involved. Wrong. All that stuff was done because you were late to the game almost 2 months in, dear. You know? So you just slipped up again. Remember when you did it last time and you said you were on vacay when you were supposed to be there on a case? Yeah. Remember? You always slip up with that tongue, Betty.
It appears that something terrible has happened. We need everybody's hands on deck with this case. We need her name being brought around. We need to find people that have information. We need leads being brought into law enforcement. We need to increase the reward being offered. We have a $2,000 reward of hard, cold cash in hand right now to give a reward.
Okay, number one, stop with the damn we. You don't have nothing. You're not the we. The family has it, not you. And it,
not a fake reward. This is not a, just a number thrown out. This is hard, cold cash that's already earmarked for a reward to anybody that has information leading to the whereabouts of Layla Santinello. We need all hands on deck with this. John, you could be helping out with this as well, running this case, getting some information. I'm happy to help. What we need help. We need people to help us search. There's a massive area that we don't even know what county she's in or what county she could be in. And, she traveled a lot, whenever she was out and about with friends. And you guys don't understand, like Virginia's 12 minutes away. North Carolina's like 12 to 20 minutes away. So now you're incorporating potential other states within driving distance, something that will take you less than 20 minutes to get to 2 different states. So it's a little crazy with this case, and it's a little scary. Layla's mother.
But yet you chose to go where it's already been heavily searched by law enforcement and multiple agencies, and you keep choosing to go back to the same area, Betty. But I saw that a subscriber of the Galera had been circulating flyers and searching for Layla weeks before. Yeah, she acts like nobody. She's actually said it numerous times. No one was doing anything until she got involved. That's not true. I showed it. I showed the reporters doing live coverage of it. I showed the searches. I showed all the articles.
Begging and pleading for help. And I saw this latest post from Jennifer Santinello about her daughter, Layla, and it broke my heart. Where can we find Layla missing poster? We have one. I thought it would be on the Bullhorn Betty True Crime Chat, but if not, maybe Sonia or somebody else that might have a copy of it can post it there, the one with the $2,000 reward on it. I like the purple one. I think it stands out just ever so slightly. If you can post that one. I like both of them.
The ones I seen the mom posting were not from Betty. They were actually smaller with a lot of details in it. Hi, Stephanie. And the mom was going around and putting them on cars. They were the kind that you could take the back off and they would stick, but not with the sticky adhesive. That had nothing to do with Betty. And the ones that she took on this last trip down there, her mods paid for, which I give them a hand. That's great. Never mind. Yeah, it's not for the right reasons.
But I want those, since it's going around digitally, I like that purple one. It kind of just stands out. It grabs your eyeballs. If you see white and purple, your eyes gravitate to the purple. So maybe we can get that up on the True Crime Bullhorn Betty True Crime. But there's also Help Find Layla Santinello group on Facebook. Help Find Layla Santinello Facebook group. If you guys, if somebody can post the Facebook group here, I'd greatly appreciate it. I'd like everybody to go there and sub up if you haven't already. And in the description of this live, there is a link to the GoFundMe for Layla's family. This is for the reward fund only. This is specifically for the reward fund. And there is, if you want to provide cash to the family, you can do that. I think Jen does have a Venmo or Cash App or something. One of my mods can throw that in here if they so choose. But with the GoFundMe, we are on a $1 Will Do campaign with that. And basically what it is we realize in this economy, there's a lot of people that, are down on their luck. We all are. The economy sucks, So, but what we find is people may not have that $5 they can spare or that $10 that they can spare, but we find that people have at least $1. And so $1 will do.
Thank you, Cash.
This is what crowdfunding is all about.
Oh, and you apologize to Tiffany. Oh, you're so sweet, Cash. Thank you. I'll play it. Just have to edit it out right away. But I'm going to play it. I don't know. I got this from YouTube Music, and it's still, no matter how many times I appeal it, it still hasn't gone through. Yeah, I'll be editing that out later. Makes no sense. It comes from YouTube too. They're driving me nuts with this music thing. I got to spend more time on it. And lately I haven't had the time because, I do got my kids and yeah. Okay, so now why? All right, come on now, play. What's going on? Why won't you play? Oh, you're pissing me off. I have no idea why it won't play. Let me exit. Let me stop sharing and reshare. Oh, I'm so over StreamYard. I'm so over all of them. Sir Duke, you cannot bite my legs. You're not laying on my feet. It's too hot, kitty cat. You got tons of fur and you weigh 35 pounds. You're heavy, dude. There we go.
We can give a little. Everybody can give just a little. And it makes the hugest impact for a family like Layla Santinello's family. So I hope that you guys will consider contributing at least $1 to that campaign that to raise the reward funds. We believe that somebody knows something. We need to find the someone that knows something. And we need to make it persuasive. Persuasive enough that they will let us know what they know, right? Law enforcement, Jen Santinello, they need to know. So we are trying to get this up. We're getting no help. There's no Crime Stoppers funds. There's no. This is all being done specifically and by Jen Santinello. Now I do realize that George. I don't want to take away from George and Brittany. They also have a GoFundMe up and going on. I'm not specific as to what those funds are for.
Send Sir Duke to you. Oh no, he's my big old fat cuddle bear baby. But I'm out here by the pool, of course, and I have the fan on behind me, but it is just so muggy, and he's like 35 pounds, and he's got a lot of fur, and it's hot, and he wants to lay on me. And then if he lays on the laptop, I'm afraid he'll break it. He's so big. But yeah, it's just a little sticky to be cuddling, but that's my baby.
For my understanding, it's for PI. I'm unsure, but there is another GoFundMe. As long as the contributions are going to find Layla, that's all I care about. But I can tell you
that's back it up. Nope. Did you go buy a pair of $1.25 flip flops at Dollar Tree? Because you flip flop it. Because that's not what you said in the previous videos, Betty. You were actually pissed that the father and stepmother. Are you sure?
Yeah, I put a load of clothes in the washer.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
All right, be careful. All right. I really want you to lay down. I know you're not feeling good. Frank, your temperature is 104. Oh, God, you're stubborn.
That the stuff that we're talking about here, we know specifically going to information leading to the whereabouts of Layla Santinello, and that's what I'm on board with. Me personally, I'm not on board with not knowing where the money's going, at least with this one with Jen Santinello.
Hear the shade? Did you hear it? I need to know where the money's going. At least with this one, I know. That's her throwing her underhanded shade, which she's not good at the father and stepmother. Because they had to GoFundMe to help fund the private investigator. Because there's a lot involved with the private investigator. They got to fly there. They've got to do, she is doing anything she can. And because she's been called out for it so many times, now she's trying to twist up her own words. Not going to work. But yet everybody else is the one that twists her words up. Nope, she doesn't. You're not good at underhand shade, Betty. You're really not.
I know where the money's going. So that's going to be the one that I'm going to be, obviously recommending to my audience. And
wow.
Okay. So I don't want anybody, twisting the words, manipulating the words, misrepresenting the truth about the matter. So that's the reality of it.
No, the reality is you just threw shade at the dad and stepmom. Again, it is not your child that is missing. It's none of your damn business. It's sad that families can't work together, but you wanted the breach. You wanted the drama. You did. You have done everything you can on here talking about them. So what the hell? Why is it better to have the reward fund but not pay the PI? You knocked them for having a GoFundMe for the PI, but yet Jennifer had one. Girl.
And not only that, the reason why I'm supporting this one as opposed to the other one is because Jennifer Santinello is the one that's in Kingsport. Jennifer Santinello is the one that's taking care of Nova Grace. Jennifer Santinello is the one that had to deal with all of this by herself.
What?
Okay.
What? See what I mean? How she throws her shade? You don't think the father's dealt with anything. You don't think, you have no idea what their relationship was. Or is, I should say. Wow.
And now that this is where it's at, everybody's pointing the finger as if this is Jennifer's fault. No, it's not. She's a mom. She's a mom in an unthinkable situation that nobody can even fathom unless...
Betty, you keep saying that the mom is being pointed at and attacked. I have yet to see it. I have yet... Any of her comments on her TikTok, nothing. I cannot find this stuff. Who's blaming the mom? She was a grown woman. She did what she wanted to do. Of course it's not the mom's fault. It's not the dad's fault. But you keep stirring and saying that no one has gone after the mother that I can find. So you keep saying it, but you don't show no receipts. Show us all this where the mom's being gone after. Because remember when you came out blaming the glare for something he didn't do? That clearly wasn't him. You said that was attacking the mom. No, it wasn't. Not a bit. It was just informing the Facebook admin about you. That's not an attack, Betty.
Lived it. So, this judgment, it's out the window. I don't care. This is a grieving mother, and I support her. I support her. Nobody in this world is perfect. So I want you guys to hear Jennifer Santinello's own words. I want you to hear her plea. I want you to hear her. Take the blinders off. Get the earwax out of everybody's ear and listen to this mother pleading.
I can't.
Pleading. If anybody can turn their back on this woman and not help her, I don't know what to say.
No one is turning their back, Betty. But remember when you told people to send you the super chats or send you the PayPals or the Cash Apps? Remember when you told people to bring you the information? Yeah. Okay, Betty.
We need to be bringing this case. This is the case that would never get attention any other way, guys, because you know what? Mainstream media doesn't give a crap about a girl that disappeared that had this lifestyle. Okay? The only people that are giving a damn about this are people like me that have had this lifestyle. Not this specific drug, but I identify with the pain of this mother. Okay? Why? How? I don't know. I just do.
Okay.
And this case is not getting enough attention because I feel it truly is the lifestyle Leila Santinello left. And that is not lived. And that is not fair. That is not fair. She has a daughter that loves her. She has a mother that loves her. We need to find out what happened.
Okay, Betty. That's not fair. You're right. Unfortunately, my nephew was same age, 23, when he went missing. Law enforcement didn't do anything. They didn't. They didn't do anything for us. They didn't care. You know how many people go missing every day? But Betty, I think it was, 12, 13, 14 days ago? There's a woman missing in your own backyard in Bradenton, Betty. You've refused to even acknowledge her. Same situation. Same kind of situation, sadly. Missing, endangered Bradenton woman. She was located finally. Yes, she was located September 19th. This was updated. Okay, she went missing September 5th. Not once did you ever mention this woman's name. Not once in your own backyard. You know why? Because there was nothing in it for you. That's why. And thank God she was found. Has been located safe. That is fantastic. Manatee County Sheriff's Office was looking for 32-year-old Carolyn Widener. Carolyn was last seen walking away from her home near the 2500 block of 6th Street, East Bradenton. Thank God she was found and found safe. Amen to that. That's amazing.
We need everybody's help in order to do that. This needs to be going viral. This is something that we as social media...
Betty, do you know how many people are missing? Do you really have any idea? Just here in your own state in Florida. Sadly, police do not have the resources. And they don't. To handle grown adults that walk away or in these kind of situations with substance abuse and stuff like that. They just don't. They didn't care about my nephew till they found his remains a year later. And it was, a year. So, and when they want funding to do things, it's people like you that go to your town hall meetings and carry on about how they don't need no more funding and how it's a waste of money and adults can do what they want to do and blah, 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 blah. Yeah, it's blowhards like you. You can't have it both ways. But there's a lot of people missing, Betty. Maybe you should concentrate on a lot of people. I mean, just put it out there because it needs to be put out there. I totally agree with you. There needs to be more done about all our missing.
Content creators can really help with. It really is. This is the case. This is the case.
Here's the thing.
Wow.
I knew when I opened myself up publicly on this platform and all the other platforms that I am utilizing to try and share my
If she has
story,
to. Oh, this breaks my heart. Do y'all want to watch this? Because if not, I'll fast forward through it. Because, thank you guys. Yeah, it was rough, man. I was down 1,000 miles away. So, my husband went back and they did some searching and, areas we knew that he liked to frequent. But, he had no phone, no job, no clothes, no car, no nothing. And he just vanished. Just vanished. And his mom was his ATM. Unfortunately, the kid was hooked into substances. And he had been in and out, nothing major, but he had been in and out of the local county jail for stupid little things. So, the police just, it took me forever to get a phone call back from the police officer. And, at least I did get him to go look at the house and to see if he broke into the house to stay or something, my husband's parents' home, because his dad just died last year from COVID. But, yeah. Anyway, they didn't help much, and they're a small town, they don't have the resources.
In one way or another. But the reality of the situation is I'm doing everything in my power to get to the bottom of this mystery, to find my child, my firstborn child. I haven't discussed very much what my relationship with my daughter was like, because it wasn't always sunshine and roses and unicorns and raindrops, and it wasn't.
Hey, SoFlo.
We've had a lot of ups and downs. I will say that I have always fought for her whole life. I have been fighting for her entire life. Whether or not she appreciated the fight is neither here nor there. when I fought for her as she got older, she saw it as an intrusion. Times when I was trying to save her from herself and her own apparent self-destruction, she saw that as intrusion, as control, as meddling.
And they do when they get older. Once they get older, when they're 18, they're of legal age. There's not a lot as a parent you can do, and that they do think it's meddling and intruding in their life, even though you're meaning well. It just breaks my heart.
As she became an adult, I had to tread very lightly.
Mm-hmm.
I had to walk on eggshells. I wanted to be able to guide her,
especially when substances are involved. It's terrible. And the addiction doesn't just affect the person, it affects the whole family. And that's what a lot of people don't understand. And it's a disease. It's not just like, well, you can 5 minutes from now decide to walk away. It's not like that. It's not that easy. My heart goes out to these people. My heart breaks for them. I pray that she's found.
Without forcing her. Now she's 18. She can do what she chooses. She doesn't have to have my approval. My daughter is a beautiful soul. Wild and free and willful.
Wow, Wise Angel. Wow.
And I never once got on here and said, hey, everyone.
Nope.
I'm the perfect mom. And my kid's gone missing, so help me. I'm not perfect. No. I've made mistakes out the ass. I can't go back and fix them. You let me know where the time machine's at. There's a lot of things I would.
I think we'd all like a time machine. I would love to go back and just hear my son say one more time, Mom, I love you. Just one more time. I would give anything to be able to hug him just one more time.
Do differently. But at the end of the day, we're here now, and she needs our help. It shouldn't matter that she was pissed at me when she went missing.
No.
None of that matters. She is gone. And now I have to contemplate what it's going to be like living life without her.
Wow.
None of it should matter. I'm not going to stop. I'm going to keep plastering my face and her face all over until I get the answers I need. So y'all can hate it and you can hate me all you want. I'm not going to stop. So keep scrolling. Here's the thing.
Jennifer, please know, none of us are perfect. There is no such thing. You love your daughter, and you're fighting to bring her home. And I pray that you get to bring her home. I really do. This is sad. Thanks, Oppo. Ain't you a crime? Oh, that was hard for me. Wow. That was hard for me. Oh. Because I know what it feels like never to be able to hug your child again. Or to just see their beautiful face and tell them you love them. We're here. Happy Mother's Day. Ooh.
I gotta say, it upsets me deeply. In somewhere inside of me, it upsets me horribly that this world can be so cruel. They say they want to help, then help. Pointing the finger, making it a contest. How's that helping? This mother is broken. She's most likely lost her child. And we've got creatures on social media.
Betty, don't say that. Don't say that. That's not helping her. But at least now you're saying most likely, because before you said she was gone. And sadly, Betty, it's about content for you. That's it. In my opinion. This mother, it's about her real life. But you got to bring the drama into it. Congratulations, Betty. You did it again.
Media beating her up over it. How dare you?
Behave, Rapper. How you doing, Rapper? Don't spam the chat, Rapper.
Here on YouTube, the Bullhorn Betty channel is the furthest thing from the problem here. The furthest thing from the problem here on the streets of YouTube and other social media platforms.
Huh. I wouldn't say the furthest thing. I'd say it's one of them, and it's just it's the misinformation you put out, Betty. It's the crap you get on here and do. It's you going in front of people's houses and carrying on like an idiot, disrupting a whole neighborhood, and not giving two craps about it. Hey, Mac, how you doing? Hey, KB Investigates. Rapper, you gotta be good.
So at the end of the day, I hope that you guys will consider contributing to our A Dollar Will Do campaign. Again, the GoFundMe is in the link in the description of this video here. If you guys would like to help contribute, we need answers. This mother needs answers.
Yeah, I seen that. Someone said that to me too, Tiffany. I didn't think so either. And then someone also told me that it was the bathroom guy. What's his name? They're saying he's on the run now. Yeah, exactly, AMAC. Exactly. I actually had thought about that the other day. Rapper, come on, don't spam chat now. Stop. This is just not a conversation for that, Rap. But yeah, the ski mask dude. Yeah. I don't know if that's true. I don't know. I seen that in the chat. Yeah, Ernie, who's Ernie? Oh, that shell dude? Oh. Okay.
We're going to be here and say we're going to make a difference. Let's make a difference. Let's quit saying we make a difference. And then
yes, Betty, quit saying you make a difference. Because sadly, you really could. You really could. I only watched people on YouTube when my nephew went missing. I didn't have a channel. But I was terrified to ask anybody because of seeing the likes of people like you and MGL and Justin. So I didn't. It wouldn't have mattered anyway because he was found right around the corner, unfortunately, where the officer told us he had already searched, but that was impossible because had he searched that area, that garage, he would have found him. You know, deceased, but he would have found him instead of a year later being found by the property owner.
And pooping all over everyone for a click and a view. Let's really try and help this family. This woman is begging for help. The job is not done. Her daughter is not home. We don't know what happened, and we need to. So We're here. People say, what makes me pick and choose the cases I cover, the ones that move me.
Rapper.
That's where I pick and choose.
Come on now. Hey, Muffin Mouse. I don't want to block you, Rapper.
Of it. It's the ones that move me.
Hey, Forgotten.
If publicity comes, I'm pretty sure it's because it
oh, yes?
As well.
Interesting.
But
I don't even know who he is.
Are the ones that move me.
I honestly, I've heard about him on the streets of YouTube, but I've never actually went to his channel. But, Rapper, behave. Ernie, whoever you are, behave.
This is a case that moved me. This is a case that we were able to bring a lot of eyeballs to. The eyeballs are moving away from this case a little bit. There's leads are drying up. We need help. I can tell you that. We need help.
You don't.
Mother is broken, and she needs everybody's help. We can't say we're here to help families and then not help a family like this.
Okay, wait a minute. Now, she says she's planning on another trip there, correct? But then she's going to delay the trip. That's it. I warned you. Who you talking to, Laugh at Life? Me? What'd I do? Oh, you just mean the Ernie Shell account that's been spamming. That's Rapper too, in your opinion. Could be. Oh, okay. Yeah, now's not the we were going through talking about some heavy shit. It wasn't a good time, Rapper. It really wasn't.
So I hope everybody kind of gets on board and starts getting some information out there about this case.
Unfortunately, Betty,
so here's
the area and the people she associated with were like her. They were homeless. They were on substances, alcohol, whatever. Nobody even seen her on that trail. You've said that numerous times yourself. And you going out there and constantly pumping these people is not making it easier for law enforcement. It isn't. And I would imagine that most of them don't have phones or don't watch YouTube, especially you, Betty. But yeah, those flyers didn't have the information on it, Betty. They had your name, big, but yeah, okay, whatever. Kudos for that, though. Kudos for the flyers.
Layla Santinello went missing on June 27th, 2023. We were able to trace her steps from 7:30 in the morning.
No, you weren't.
To about 8:30 in the morning.
You didn't do nothing that law enforcement didn't already do, Betty. Don't act like you've done anything, because you haven't. You spread misinformation. You told everybody that was her campsite, that you know that's where she was, and that was her bedding from the hotel, and it was none of the above. None of it. Did you correct any of that misinformation? No, you didn't. You never do, Betty. That's not helping. That's what you got to understand. That kind of stuff is not helping.
"8:30 in the morning to about 12 to 1, we don't know where she was. Between 12 and 1, she was at the Marble Slab Creamery, where she used the lady's phone that was working there. We don't know who she called. We do know that she did indicate.
Well, Tiffany, I'm going to fix that.
Over to the Five Below store to get flip-flops.
There you go, Tiff.
We know that she appeared to be frantic on June 26th, which is the day before she was last seen. The information about why we are unclear about. And we are unclear from that 12 to 1 o'clock time frame. We can't find anybody that has seen her after that point. The last person that we can locate that saw Layla Santinello was the worker at the Marble Slab Creamery.
And I question that, Betty. I question that. And so should you. And I'm sure, well, law enforcement's not going to tell you what they know. And with good reason. And neither are the private investigators. And that you can't handle. Because neither private investigator is going to tell you anything. Instead, you decided to go on Twitter and attack the public or the private investigator. Yeah. Him and his partner. You defamed their character. You opened yourself up for, you're lucky they don't want to sue because you saying the things you did about Chloe, I think she could come after you. Again, drama, Betty. That's what you are. You brought the drama.
And she was a nice lady. She was an older lady. And she even told Layla, if she needed anything, please consider coming back. So that was it.
You're welcome,
There
TT.
have
Thank
been
you.
multiple searches. Her location, her specific location where she may be, has never been found. She has not been on any social media. She's never gone this long. She's never gone even when I got involved, which was like 30 days after, 30 or 45 days after she disappeared.
Exactly.
She's never gone that long without calling her mother.
Late to the game as always. But I do have to agree about a couple things here. You need a block option, please? You don't have one? Huh. Let me redo it. But when there you go, Lap. When yeah, our nephew had never been anywhere away from his mom. Like I said, the only phone he had to use was hers. The kid had never had a job. It's just a sad situation. He got into substances really young, and unfortunately, there was enabling. Which is the steps which you go through, and oh my gosh, we got the trolls in here. Is that all rapper? He's going out. Stop spamming the chat. Just block them. Just block them, please. I don't like to block anybody, but it's getting ridiculous.
Her father. She has no money. She has no place to sleep. She has no car. She has
That's just
no
it.
phone.
That's what we tried to tell the police. My nephew, his mother was his ATM. That was his money. He had nowhere to go. He had no clothes, no car, no phone. Hell, I don't even think he had a current ID, other than his county jail ID. But yeah, it's. I mean, and he would get on Facebook and stop using his mom's phone. But even the people that he palled around with, which were just like him, nobody had heard. I mean, he just vanished.
Where the heck is she?
And sadly, it was because he had OD'd on heroin.
Somebody knows something, and we need to find out what that something is. So again, if you would like to contribute, please consider contributing to that.
Hey, OG.
We have other things coming up in the news, and I know that this right here has been talked about already. This is about the family that was, basically.
I'm going to fast forward just a little bit because I don't even have it in me to call her out on the. I'm going to do a little more research into this case before that, but I know it's going to be messed up.
The children were between 7 years old and 9 years old. And there were 3.
But she goes on another one of her rants, I believe.
I know you love them, but sometimes you just gotta love them. So they're saying that he's an angry man, but again,
let's take a break and look at chat for a minute, because I need a minute. Okay, you know what? Quit coming in here under another name, because I'm gonna make you go. I'm just not doing it. You're gonna be timed out for 24 hours. I don't like blocking anybody, but. Rapper, come on, you keep going out and coming in under another name. We know it's you. Stop. This is not the time. This is not the time. the subject. Are you had to too, Forgotten? He will just make more accounts, so I said block them all. It's disrespectful and a shame since we all are his friend. Yeah, I'm always welcoming the rapper. He's never done this before. But I have noticed in the last couple of days when I have been in chats, he has been spamming chats. It's crazy. Forgotten, I'm going to stay awake are you going live tonight? Just so I can watch your live and not have to catch a replay. Yeah, thank you, Laugh. Yeah, well, when he keeps coming in under different alts and spamming the chat and won't listen, it's time to block. I hate to do it. I can unblock him, next time, but just for we were talking about some stuff, and it's just inappropriate to do that. And I like rapper.
Not sure what the connection is or why he did that. And if somebody does understand or know why he did that, please let me know. But so far, everything I've been reading doesn't appear to have anything related to the reason why. Apparently the purpose he was... Okay, so here we go. Apparently the purpose he was...
That brings me to something you said the other day, Betty. You said you support the DP. So do I. If someone commits a murmur. But then you turned around and said, but I got to know the reason for the murmur. What do you mean you got to know the reason? Just know that someone was murmured. There is no excuse. Because if it was in self-defense or something, it wouldn't be a murmur. Sometimes you don't make sense.
To buy a dog. According to a neighbor, there was yelling before the shots. I wonder if he tried... that's interesting. At their house, the family spoke about it. He had security with them. To be on the true crime genre here on YouTube is absolutely...
Okay, the only reason why I'm fast-forwarding through this is because I'm just digging into that case, and I don't want to say something that's wrong. Hi, Piglets and Backflips. Good to see you. I don't want to say something that's wrong or, say she's misleading until I know the facts.
If anybody is in my chat that is in a relationship with somebody that's not married to them, and you get these red flags, these manipulator flags and stuff, guys, it's not going to get any better. It's just going to get worse. I know you love them, but sometimes you just got to love them from afar.
Are you a relationship counselor?
It's this guy. Like, she's just...
Are you now a relationship counselor? Just asking.
Wow. I don't even know what to say. So it's possible.
No, you don't, Betty, because
it's possible.
All you did was read one little article. That's all you did. If you're going to talk about this case, dig into it, Betty, because, see, that's what I'm doing before I comment on what you're saying. But all you read was one little article. And you didn't even read it completely. How about looking into a case before you get on here to talk about it? That's it. That's all.
That had to do specifically with the woman that was in the car with him, that she was running away from him and may have been at this house, or they may have been assisting her in some way to potentially get away from him. Who knows? It hurts. Yeah, this kind of nonsense does hurt these cases. Well, look at it. Go on YouTube right now. People are putting this like HH versus BHB. This is not a competition. I owe nobody nothing. I don't answer to anybody. This illusion that I answer to some kind of weird, whatever they are, entity that I've got to answer to them to be on the true crime genre here on YouTube is absolutely insane and ludicrous. No, I don't owe anybody anything. I don't answer to anybody. Let me make that very clear to the people in back. Bullhorn Betty answer to no one. Literally no one.
Wow.
I answer to myself. That's who I answer to.
Okay, but what you do owe, and you're right, you don't have to answer to anybody on YouTube, and H&H is not asking you to answer to her ever. I'm not asking you to answer to me. But what I am asking you to do for the victims and their families, at least get on here, be respectful, and don't put out a bunch of misinformation. That's it. You wouldn't get called out otherwise, Betty.
She gets out there and does, I do. And I bring justice to it. Yeah, and I bring attention to cases like when we have police officers that want to let a baby murderer lay in her bed for 5 weeks on double probation and can't pass a urinalysis. That, to me, what's the purpose of even having her on probation if the probation's not to throw her in jail when she makes a mistake, like killing a baby?
Okay, Betty, one of your BFFs has been on probation, but you tell everybody to leave him alone when he's out doing his up stuff, and harassing people and filing frivolous lawsuits like you. You're not law enforcement. See, that's where you're missing the point. It wasn't none of your damn business to begin with. You had no right to go down there and act a fool like you did and cause the scenes you did down there. None of you did. It wasn't just you. But that bullhorn should have been snatched off of you. Dolly snatched the wrong bullhorn, in my opinion. But all of you acted like clowns down there. You said the most disgusting things. And that's not the only place you've done it. You've done it to the Wells. You've done it to the Laundries and the Petito case. You've done it everywhere, Betty. And it's not going to stop. That's not going to change with you. Because you truly don't think you did anything wrong. That your behavior was A-okay. It was great that you guys caused the police to be called there 50 plus times. It was okay that your lead mod, your buddy, was playing a baby crying out of her car. It was okay that you were yelling baby killer, drug addict, and everything else you were yelling. It wasn't okay, Betty. That's not protesting. That's being a nuisance. And that's all you were. Was a nuisance and interfering in an open active investigation, which you often do.
But I'm just supposed to sit back and be all sweet and just say, I guess that's just how they do it here. Okay. That's in my DNA. The day I don't talk or say something about an injustice is the day that I'm in the ground. Like, people are so stupid. What does it say? I don't recall.
Yeah, Rapper, I thought we were always cool. Why are you doing that? Just stop. Just stop. I've always welcomed you in chat, Rapper. Torturing the entire neighborhood, yes. Definitely. And then Molly goes and interviews the babysitter, a potential witness, in a murder trial, and you give her money? So now you know what? She's useless as a witness. She's useless. Which could have been very pertinent to the case. But they don't see anything wrong with the things they do.
Call where I heard this, but I heard the fiance was trying to get away from him, staying with family that was killed. He found out. Okay, so now that's the second time we've heard that. So that would why the kids? For everything holy,
Guess it's okay, Betty, to get people fired from their jobs. It don't say it's past behavior. Because you and Molly set that girl up from Ashley's furniture store. You set it up before you even went in there. You busted yourselves out talking about how you talked all about it in the car on the way there. It was okay to do that. It's not okay to get people fired, Betty. It's not okay to go to neighborhoods and disrupt everybody's lives. It's not your business what law enforcement was doing. You're not an investigative reporter, which they don't act like you. You'd have never seen a real reporter, the real media, carrying on the way you guys did. And you wouldn't see them going to someone's job and heckling with a bullhorn like an idiot to get them fired. And then being proud of it. Because even Olive Oil said, it was a peaceful protest. We didn't do anything wrong. And yeah, I'm good with getting them fired. Yeah, she's as disgusting as you guys are.
I don't. I think what intrigues us about true crime, honestly, I think
exactly.
because we don't understand or fathom. I don't think we, normal is subjective. I get that. It's a subjective statement. What is normal?
Yeah, exactly. And she still won't answer that question either, Christina, on which kids she's going to choose to euthanize. Okay, Tiff. You left the BBC meeting. It was torture. Maybe then listening to Betty. Yeah, the laundry case, and they put that that basket of laundry. That was so disgusting. That was so disgusting. I'm sorry, but all that was. There was a comment I seen. She is awful. It's not okay to make anybody poorer than they already were. Exactly. Exactly. Oh, a beer can. You're sweet. I'm glad you're feeling better. Yeah, and olive oil, which, in case y'all don't know, olive oil is Olivia. And my husband says good to cook with. He doesn't know who she is because he'd lose it. But, yeah, she's just as bad. She had the nerve to say...
I'd cook with her.
Right? And we always say that on here. But I think normal in when I'm speaking of normal, I think I'm speaking of the majority. The majority of people, okay? When I say normal, I'm just speaking of the majority of people. Okay, the majority of people that don't prescribe to violence and stuff like that. Normal people, they get up every day, they go to work, they want better for their family, they want better for their life, they want better for...
Hey, Bets, are you in that majority? Because your history don't say you are. Just that, I'm asking a legitimate question. You said it, now I want to know what group you're in.
For the community, just normal people, right? The run-of-the-mill people.
Welcome back, dear
I think
Can.
what attracts us to true crime, at least for me, is not understanding. I think our curiosity to trying to learn how people can do this, because us as normal people, again, it's subjective. I get it, but for all intents and purposes, I'm just talking about regular Joes, right? But I think the normal people, we don't understand. And I think the curiosity or what drives us here is the why. And then after driving the why is the how, because some of these crimes are so over the top. Just the pure curiosity of wondering how they were able to accomplish it really intrigues us.
Well, Betty, if somebody's shot, you would take a pew-poo. Uh-oh, my battery's running out. Got to plug it in before it disconnects me. And, pull that trigger. And if it's a knife, you would, I don't want to get flagged by YouTube for saying too much. So, but, okay. Yeah, it does. Sometimes I do wonder why would you do that? They're children. They're, or why would just anybody just, I don't know.
Of course, when we are naturally, because we're taught from young ages, problem solving techniques. That's what all the puzzles are for, right? We don't realize that as kids. We think
That's why I ask her, Scorpio, what's the difference between regular Joes and normal people? You're judging. Yeah, I have no clue. That's what I'm asking her. What does she classify herself? What group is she in? Because when you have a DV history yourself, I'm just asking. I mean, it's just an honest question. I'm in no group. I'm me. I'm never classified myself as anything. I never even thought about it really. Uh, she has time to sit and think about this stuff. I just I don't. Um. Okay. So there's a difference with mods. Okay.
these are fun
I'll just
games
make
for
everybody the same thing then. Then I won't have to. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the most normal Joe of them all? Mirror falls off the wall hanging. Do you think if I messaged her, she'd answer me? Because I want to know. I really want to know. I want to know what's the difference, and I want to know what group she's in. I mean, since she's the one putting it out here, I just want to ask. Honest questions. She's a front row Joe with the mega Trump group. Oh, ouch.
but they're really skill building games that we are subjected to from the time we are infants to the time that we are adults. And I think our problem solving, putting the pieces of the puzzle together, again, what we're all taught from the earliest ages of our existence, right? The fondest memories that we have as children, we remember playing games, building blocks, everything, right? These were all games that built some type of education in that child. So I truly believe that it's our problem solving and our wanting to be right or know that our brains are functioning as they should, right? This is a puzzle that we're trying to put together. Are we putting our puzzle pieces together? Again,
who is we? Who are you working with to do this?
Something that we've learned since infancy, right?
All right.
So I really think that has some type of reasoning why these cases intrigue us so much. I know for me, it is about how. It's like, how can somebody allow themselves to, some of these people that we cover appear to be normal, again, subjective. And we wonder what brought them to that point, that breaking point, that when the spiraling, like their whole life is spiraling out of control. And then there's that fateful moment where everything just collides together. And
hey, Mac, that might be. We is her multiple personalities. That very well could be. Because Lord knows we've seen a couple.
Somebody is dead as a result. We want to know why. But I want to know how somebody, for me, it's the how. How can you allow yourself to get so angry or allow yourself to lose all control or allow, that's the part that I don't personally.
Okay. Betty, how do you allow yourself to get so angry that you want to strangle someone? Or you try to? Maybe you could answer some of your own questions. Just saying. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, you've talked about it. Only you downplay it, of course. But you've talked about it. And it's been all over the YouTube streets. But, yeah. Okay.
Understand. I think we've all been so mad. I've been so mad that I've thrown an object, right? It's shattered. I remember I was so angry. I was at my house. But
you were so angry that you did more than throw an object, Betty. Yeah, we really have. Like I said, you could answer some of your own questions.
Let myself lose control. I think I don't even think I was 20 years old yet. I think I was still 19 because I can remember the apartment I had, and I was long gone from that apartment by the age of 20. And I used to have all these incense burners, but they were cool incense burners. They were like of dragons or gargoyles, and they had the cones, and they went under, and you'd have all this smoke coming out of weird spots on them. It was just really, it was kind of entertaining, I guess, is what you could look at these figurines and the smoke just dripping and flowing out of them. Like I could look at them for hours. They were peaceful for me. But I remember I got so angry. I had this little skeleton guy. He had the big skeleton head and the small little skeleton feet and arms, but the smoke came out of his eyes and his mouth. And I remember I was so angry. It was my favorite guy too. And I remember I was so angry, and I picked it up and I threw it at the wall because I didn't know how to control. I didn't know at that time. I was upset. I can't even remember what I was upset about. And that was a life lesson for me because I could never find that guy again. I could not find that mold again. I lost that guy forever. And it was a life lesson for me because I injured something of mine. So I don't, like, I can understand we all have gotten angry, and we've gotten so angry that maybe we did something
interesting forgotten.
Regret. But I've never been that angry, like where the next thing I think of is wanting to hurt, like injure somebody, like
whoa,
make them, like kill them. I like we say it, like I want to.
Betty, that's not true. That's not true. I mean, Betty, you've been arrested for. That's not true, Betty. I don't want to keep talking about because everyone says it's real life, but you're the one that put it all out here. Yeah, downplayed it, but you put it out here. But yeah, like I said, I don't think you could be honest with yourself and answer these questions. I just don't. Because you sure acting like you've never been so mad to want to put hands on someone. But there's some proof of otherwise.
I'm gonna kill him. I can't believe they did that. I'm gonna kill him. But it's words. It's nothing that we have an intent to go through with. It's just words. We're angry at the time. I'm gonna kill you.
Forgotten that describes her to a T. A grandiose narcissist is someone who displays an excessive sense of self-importance and highly visible and showy manner. Yes, yes, spot on. The inflated sense of self-esteem often comes at the expense of relationships or activities that would benefit them in other ways. They rely heavily on others to validate their importance, even going as far as to deceive others in order to gain admiration and recognition from them. Yeah, that's wow. Grandiose narcissists tend to be manipulative, exploitive, and lacking in sympathy or empathy for those around them. Wow, that is a good description of what we've seen. Yeah. Wow.
Right? But sometimes it's not just words.
Excuse me.
And this man, I will never understand how somebody can hurt a woman. I can't. Even somebody remotely saying anything negative or calling them a B or a C or something. Those words coming out of a man's mouth, I always frown upon, because if that rolls off your tongue that easily toward a woman, you're most likely verbally abusive or physically abusive to a woman. I know that.
Okay, but it's the two-sided coin. It doesn't give you, as a woman, because you are a woman, the right to be physically or verbally abusive to a man either.
You know that? Because my experience has taught me that.
Mm.
So if you wonder why anybody that talks, like any male that talks like that to another woman, I do not have a whole lot to do with them, even if it's joking, because to me, it is a character flaw. And it's a red flag character flaw for me. It's because somebody that can speak to a woman that way very easily has problems. Because normal people don't speak like that to a woman.
Okay, but again, it's the two sides, Betty. A woman shouldn't speak like that and put hands on a man or their mother. That's what I mean. You can't have your cake and eat it too here, Bets. Which is what you're trying to do. You're sounding like a hypocrite. But that's just my opinion.
It's almost sacrilegious to be demeaning to a woman. So for somebody to be able to do it with ease, that tells you a lot about them. Yeah, so that sounds like what it is. It sounds like her hideaway away from him. But still, the kids had nothing to do with it. To do with it. This man was out of control. He was absolutely out of control. And he took everybody with him. Literally everybody. All the pain. Like these, and he was in security, and I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say. But come to find out, he has a lengthy criminal history. We've got to be careful who we bring into our lives, folks. This is a woman that had a long-term relationship with him. Obviously, it was very volatile, and she ran away from him. So that tells you that this man was most likely violent to her. And she was beautiful, too. She was beautiful. Nobody deserved this. The family didn't deserve this. This lady didn't deserve this. This was not her problem. This was his problem. He couldn't control himself, and he expected everybody to sit there and deal with it, and nobody and people were tired of it. It sounded like she was ending that relationship if those are all the facts of the case. It is that to realize that this was going nowhere. They may have been in a long-term relationship. It's one of those things, many of us, I know for me, I was married once. I don't know if I'll ever get married again. I don't know, I really don't. But for me, I don't know how long story short, I think we all go through, when we're about to walk down the aisle, I think we all have a tendency of going through, is this the right person? As we're coming up to the the day of the wedding, I think we all kind of get a little cold feet. Some people probably just know they can't wait, they're excited, but for some of us, we're like, this is it. Am I making the right decision? And I think for each of us, we have to make that decision for ourselves. And this may have been one of those things where they've been in a long-term relationship. They, again, this is all speculative. If you guys haven't noticed, do your own research. I don't want to be told that I'm a liar. I'm sick and tired of hearing that. I'm allowed to have an opinion. I'm allowed to question.
Well, you know what they say, if the shoe fits.
So do your own research.
Something you don't do.
But as you kind of start approaching, do you really want to marry this person? I think you have to be real, At my time,
yeah, I do,
married,
Christina.
I felt the insecurity in the pit of my stomach. I didn't address it. But it was addressed 10 years later, right?
Was that?
We don't want to get there. I don't want to
do that. Was that before or after all the crap went down with law enforcement? I'm just asking. Because I think okay.
Yeah, I don't want to do that again. That was, I have nothing against people that get married. Nothing at all. I am a Christian woman. I believe in marriage. I believe in the sanctity of marriage. I just, honestly, for me personally, I don't know if I'll ever do it again. I don't. Oh, we got some milestones in here. Milestones.
Well, that's a shame, Betty, because I really think the Crimes and Fashion found you the perfect mate. That's a shame to hear. But maybe once you meet him, you'll change your mind, Betty. It might have you going, oh, I definitely will, instead of saying you don't know. But he's perfect for you.
2 months to go for my 12 month. Oh, I can't wait until your birthday, your Bullhorn Betty birthday.
Oh, Lord.
I didn't realize how important these Bullhorn Betty birthdays are, and I wasn't paying attention to them. And I know I have a few that have been here literally from the beginning, and I just want to thank you all and the new people that come, in all this adversity and horrible stuff that's put out there on YouTube. First of all, it can't all be true. We all know that. Okay. Just coming out the gate, right? We know that it can't all be true. And some of it's true.
Pump and dump.
Some of the stuff's old. I don't really care. I do what I do here because I do what I do here. I really think there needs to be more humanity out there. I think there needs to be more people that fight for these people, fight for these cases. That's just me personally. And we're going to continue to do what we do. And this is for the people in the back. I don't answer to anyone. I want to make sure that that's clear. I don't have to call somebody's show to tell them why I do what I do. I do what I do because I can. It's my life. Me. I don't answer to anyone. I don't answer to anyone. Nor am I going to go on a show of a hate channel. That is absolutely ridiculous and ludicrous. I can't believe anybody.
But you'll go into a chat of a supposed hate channel and carry on, but you don't have the balls to take that link.
Think I would do that. No, absolutely not. I'm not playing in your drama. If you haven't gotten it into, I don't want the drama. I don't care for it. And I'm not playing in it. You guys can go have your own little fake fights and drama and build your own, your views off of hate. You can go do that. I'd rather have my views off of real.
Betty, we're an hour and 14 minutes and 51 seconds into this live, and 90% of it has been the drama. You're very much in the drama, whether you like it or not. But you love it. You thrive on it. And you know it.
True crime, people that need attention, not fake fights and BS and a bunch of lies being peddled about somebody for the biggest freaking bully campaign on YouTube in YouTube history.
Oh my God.
Anyways, Van Lady, love you, Andra, and Coffee Cup family. Yes, we are a little tight-knit family over here. Roxy is saying, I appreciate you and all you do. Oh, you guys are just too sweet. You guys are just too much. Too much. Too much. I love you guys. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you so much. So now we're kind of getting a little idea about what happened as we're watching this kind of take shape here. So what we're learning is that there was, it potentially appears to be a domestic violence type of situation where his girlfriend tried to get away from him, and the family that chose to help her ended up paying the ultimate sacrifice, the entire family. And then when they were hot on his trail, he wrecks his vehicle with his significant other in it into a guard. Okay,
again, Betty, you read one little article. Do some research in the case. I'm not going to comment on it, like I said, because I'm digging in to find out before I can call you out on what, because I'm sure there'll be misinformation. She took the link at Cracking Cases, swore like mad, was aggressive, called chasing a see you next Thursday, and was kicked off. She called chasing that? Chasing is so sweet. Are you talking about Tracy? She's so sweet.
Block rail on this road. Again, I think it's an interstate.
And you know what? Chasing don't put out misinformation. If she doesn't get on here and do all this drama crap for an hour and a half into the live that's supposed to be about a crime case. She does the actual facts of the case. Wow.
Could be a county road, but it's a big, large, heavy, populated road.
All right, let's
jeopardy with the information you possess. The other thing is finding them resources. Sometimes people just need to have everything set up for them so they know that they're going to be comfortable and not living on the streets. Some people, their significant others tell them every single day if they walk out that door, they will jeopardy with the information you possess. The other thing is finding them resources. Sometimes people just need to have everything set up for them so they know that they're going to be comfortable and not living on the streets. Some people, their significant others tell them every single day if they walk out that door, they will be living on the streets. And that is their biggest fear, because that's what they're being told every single day of their life. So we have to keep that into consideration. Sometimes it means, working with the women's shelter.
This is not the stuff Betty has said in many previous lives. Like I said, she went to Dollar Tree, spent her $1.25, and got her some flip flops.
And making sure that that person is ready. That when they walk out that door, they're ready.
Well, I'm going to look for it, Christina.
We have to go over and above the call of duty to get somebody out of a domestic violence situation. And I will tell you, this is a lethal process. These women may not make it, but we have to try to save as many as we can. And I hope that each of you, if you hear...
Hey, last mother one.
Listen, we have 229 beautiful people in this chat room right now. All of you guys come from different parts of this country, different areas, different communities, different counties, different cities. Each and every one of you should know your domestic hotline. Each and every one of you ladies out there need to be knowing what resources are in your communities to offer to these ladies. And here's why. Because we may have a lady that comes into this chat.
Yeah, this live is yesterday morning's live. I didn't even check to see if she went live today. I don't check her every day. Because I don't care. But she just said some things in here that I wanted to,
one day that might be in your community and needs help. And if we have all that information ready, think of how better that would be for us.
Hey, Glow.
A lady struggling, because we all have done our own due diligence in finding out what resources are in our communities. It might be your community we call on next.
Betty's fried your brain.
Please do so. Each and every one of you could take 5 minutes and learn about the resources offered in your own community. So when other communities like mine, or even another content creator that needs to help a family, you may have the information that can help that family or help that lady leave that domestic violence situation. Know where your shelters are.
Okay, I'm sorry, but I have a hard time even believing anything she's saying right now, because I've seen Betty say, just leave. But it's also hard to take this from somebody who has been arrested and charged with DV herself. I'm just, that's just in my opinion. I just find it hard to.
Who is underground? There are underground organizations. We need to know these things. So
when I was in her chat, well, I wasn't in the chat because I don't sub to her. But when I was watching her, I didn't see that many in chat. It was like 100, a little over 100. But, I listened to the parts I wanted to and I left. But, I don't actually sub to her because I would forget to unsub on my way out because I know I'm going to get blocked immediately. So,
hopefully you guys can help in the future. But
and you can't comment in her chat unless you're a subscriber for so many minutes.
We know that this is a problem. We know that a lot of our women and children are being taken way too early off this earth because of it. And we need to do what we can to help this problem. And it's also condemning the people, because we know that, again, if somebody has no problem treating a person in such a despicable way, we have to also take into consideration how they're treating the people that they live with. If they can treat a total stranger like that, a total stranger, what is it like in their home? Those are red flags, folks, that you guys need to be looking at.
Pot, meat, kettle. Because you actually treated the people that lived in your home that way. I mean, by your own words. I'm only using your own words, Betty. I'm not making stuff up. But, wow. Okay.
And when you see somebody coming from a home, you got this.
You're blocked for a laughing emoji.
And a very timid woman. Be kind, show her love, and show her there's a different way. And if you're so bold, let them know you know what's going on, and give them a pamphlet to help.
Oh my God! And you don't act like you do, Betty. Stop, because I don't believe that you even know any of what you're talking about right now. And I don't believe it. I'm sorry. I just don't buy none of this. Okay, what did I miss that made you laugh in the chat last night? Oh, headstones? That was a good one.
Sometimes it's just an act of kindness that can change somebody's life forever and have meaningful change. So you have to take that into consideration. Thank you, Z.A. Nice to see you. You guys are just showering.
I can't take that seriously. I can't. Because, Betty, I don't think you ever got any anger management or anything to help with the issues that led you to do the things you were charged with. So, yeah. Okay.
Thank you, guys. It feels good.
I hope that you would actually help someone instead of the exact opposite, but I just don't have the feeling in my gut that you would actually do what you're sitting here preaching. Because I've seen the things you've said repeatedly, and not in your past, currently.
Our case today is just insane. Just another one of these off the wall. I can't believe this is going on in America, and I am just absolutely dumbfounded. Absolutely dumbfounded.
Don't take much.
That in Denver, Colorado.
Yeah, it was. I was in there, forgotten.
A woman. You can't make this.
I'm mod friendly along with several in my chat. I was in there. It was something else. It was something. She would not take that link, though. She would not take that link. What's the purpose of the member milestone thing? Does the creator get anything from it, or is it just something fun for members? I never heard of it before until Betty just mentioned it. I don't know. I just have a 1-tier membership. I haven't, yeah. She has expensive tier memberships. I'm not paying that woman $50. I'm not paying that woman. I'm not paying $25. But yeah, okay.
Stuff up, guys. I swear.
Mine's like $1.99.
Make this stuff up. Was denied entry into a bar and decides to shoot it up. A woman. Like I said, the phenomenon that I was dealing with yesterday over the serial killers, not yesterday, the day before, about the serial killers, we always
I have no idea.
We always reside in the majority of the statistics, but we don't really venture out too much from those. But there's other stuff in those statistics we're not even looking at.
Oh, thank you, Tazzy. Welcome to Poolside again.
Here's a lady, like we expect this to be from a dude, right? Dudes throw temper tantrum and pull out the Glock and start pop, 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 right? It's blowing my mind.
Why?
Was this at a strip club? I don't think it was at a strip club.
How can it blow your mind when maybe it's because you were running down you were running down the street, no pants on. I don't know. Man, would I have loved to have had that body. Just any of the body cam footage of any of your multiple arrests. Which, I don't hold nobody's arrest against them. People change. People make mistakes. People change. Things happen in life. Not 40-something times. But okay. But I still would love to see some of that body cam footage. Unfortunately, they don't keep it that long.
Club. I think it was just at a club. It was Denver police searching for a woman who opened fire at a Denver pub. Yeah, she was going to a pub that it was obviously a pub that was well known. Probably has a lot of people coming in. You've got to stand in line. You one of those places like a Hell's Kitchen type things where people are lined out the wazoo to get in. That's what it sounds like. So it just says, police are searching for a woman who fired several shots outside of Lower Downtown Bar after she reportedly could not get in because she was allegedly using someone else's ID. That's curious because this lady doesn't look underage, so I'm wondering why she was using somebody else's ID to begin with. She might be, I don't know. And it says Saturday, September 16th at approximately 11:15 p.m., Denver police responded to the 1900 block of Market Street regarding a shooting.
Helen, thank you so much. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much. Welcome to Poolside, TT, Scorpio Sting, CK Warala, True Crime Dime, Soplo. Thank you, Helen. You're amazing.
When an unidentified woman shot them. A woman. For the life of me, I don't understand that kind of temper.
I agree with you, Haley.
I throw a temper tantrum. I get loud. I'll embarrass the hell out of some people. I don't care where it's at. It could be in the freaking middle of a store. You will hear me 5 stores down. Right?
I have no doubt in that. I agree. I can honestly say I agree 100,000% with you on that. See, you have no problem embarrassing yourself in public. Like, most people don't want to do that. Me, for one, I'm not about making sure everybody in the store knows what my business is. But Betty, we actually agree on something.
Right? I'll tell you where to go and how to get there. Trust me. You frustrate me enough. I got it. Remember, half holy, half holy, half hood. I got this.
What? What the hell is? What is half holy, half hood? Betty didn't grow up. Betty, you have no idea what it's like to live in the hood. You really, truly don't. Stop it. But holy? That? Okay. Thank you, because I've been stumped on thumbnails for you. You just gave me a good idea. I've actually got it pictured in my head. So please do another live where you do something messed up before I forget this thumbnail. I'm going to make you half holy and half hood. You got that. I'll show you.
But I own a gun.
That's a scary thought.
I'm a gun owner.
Yeah, I question that too. And that's a scary thought. Because you know how you hear about people who accidentally shoot off or something? And you should say pew pew. I don't know how you don't get flagged by YouTube. Because if I would say GUN, I would get a flag. I don't know how you don't. Or get put in yellow. All right, that's not a flag. But you know what I mean. Yeah. You're one of them people. Oh, it was an accident. I was scared. I was nervous. And there's lying a person. No longer with us. Because of people that shouldn't have pew-pews. And in my opinion, you're one of them. My husband has been hunting since he was 12 years old. Do you know how many safety courses he's taken and gun courses he's taken? He's had a protection permit to carry a loaded weapon since he was old enough. And he still takes those gun safety courses. Even though he doesn't have to. He does it. He's military. He's ex-military. So he's very familiar with the weapon. And unfortunately, he's had to use one. But people like you scare me with pew-pews.
Miss Keith just called me the only thing.
I have no problem using my gun, know how to use my gun. Never in a million years would I ever throw a temper tantrum with my gun. Just like I would never punish my grandchildren while I was angry. There are just a few things in life that I just will not do. It is illegal to be carrying a gun even when it's lawful for you to carry a gun. It is illegal for you to bring a firearm into a bar. It is illegal for you to be carrying or concealing a firearm while you're under the influence of alcohol. It makes me wonder what she was going to do inside that bar when she got in there. If she was using a fake ID and she was possessing a firearm.
I don't know nothing about this.
A woman. I'm just floored. So the shooting occurred at Whiskey Row. It was a...
Yeah, as far as I know, Helen, I live in the state of Florida, which, I don't hide. I don't know. I mean, I'm against not the law they just changed, but there's still I still think they still are gonna, if you have certain background, you're not gonna be able to even purchase one. So I question that. I really do. I question Miss Eagle here being the most law-abiding citizen. I've always called her the most unlawful citizen, but yeah, I question that. And like I said, people like her are scary with pew-pews because that's how accidents happen, because they don't understand and they don't get it.
A gastropub, a bar in the city's lower downtown neighborhood that's owned by country singer Dierks Bentley. So this was at a place that Dierks Bentley owned.
I don't know who he is.
A Denver police report said that the suspect attempted
All right, I'm going to fast forward.
We have a new cold case solved. We have a new cold case solved. This whole thing.
You don't have anything, and you had nothing to do with solving it. So okay.
It's an investigative genetic genealogy. I have to be honest with you.
Oh, she's going to go back into genealogy she knows nothing about.
On this. I have to be honest.
I remember when all I did when I was reviewing one of her lives on DNA testing and genealogy and stuff, and all you had to do was Google it, and she would not correct herself, and she continued to say the rapid DNA testing didn't exist and it was bullcrap and they didn't have enough time to get the results back and all that stuff. All I did was sit on my live and Google it and read it to everybody. I mean, it took a whole second to find out the truth, and she never corrected herself, but this she never does.
I don't know how I feel about the investigative from a privacy.
Just take a picture of it and send it to him, Frank.
For me,
maybe that'll work.
I just want to get this off my.
Well, that's the only one you have.
This is going to be
because it says 2000.
Kind of hard to explain.
And this is the one they just sent me.
Tell them that's all you got.
I'm a privacy person. You guys know how I feel.
That's exactly what they sent you. They said that's what they'd give you.
I like people to be able to have their privacy. I think privacy is.
Sorry, hon. You can't change the date on that for them. Oh, idiots. You're not allowed to alter a paper. I mean, he should know that. That's insanity. People are so stupid.
That we have a right to have. Ever since 9/11 and the Patriots Act, it stripped us of a lot of privacy rights that we as Americans, even though it had nothing to do with American citizens, it had to do with people overseas. We got the brunt of that. Our privacy was stripped away from us with the signing of the PID. And I have a problem with the lack of privacy. This is what we're now able to have you followed. Anytime we're in a public place, our government can follow us. Every single one of our roads, not every single one of our streets are public, so they can follow us anywhere. They can literally follow us anywhere.
Okay, remember that, Betty, because remember how you have stalked people on social media, stalked them at their homes. Yeah, it's your God-given right, but it's not no one's right when it comes to you, right? Don't work that way, Bets. I keep telling you, can't have a cake and eat it too. You want cyber stalking laws you claim you're fighting for? Girl, you're fighting against yourself. Because you've threatened people through social media. You've harassed people through social media. Just saying.
That scares me. My government has no right to do that. Okay? I digress.
And neither do you, but you do it.
But when it comes to this genetic genealogy, I remember back in my 20s when I did this. This is how long this stuff is.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never heard of him. He's your crush? Is he a good singer? Yeah, she likes people to have their privacy. That's what she says. Yeah. Except when it comes to her. Yep. As the daughter of a cop, you never blab about your pew-pew. Loose lips sink ships. Exactly. Yeah, she wants everybody to have their privacy. But when it comes to what she's doing and what she does, she cries, "It's my First Amendment right."
and it was around before I did it.
Okay, I don't care about your DNA or your DNA.
There should be some HIPAA regulations on it. This is my DNA. It's my biological material. It's medically related, and I have privacy over it.
No, it's not. No, it's not medically related when you're paying for a genealogy tree to be done. That's not medically related, you idiot. You're paying to trace your family tree, Betty. It's not covered under HIPAA, and it will never be covered under HIPAA. How do you think people find relatives they never knew they had, Betty? Same reason why you did it?
I am very thankful that we do have this thing called investigative genetic genealogy testing, and I'm glad it's being utilized to help solve cases.
But you just said you want it covered under HIPAA. See how she put? I'm telling you, Dollar Tree must have had a special on flip flops. They probably took them down from $1.25 to $1, and she bought 100 pair.
Is it solving cases? You know, we all want these cases solved, but I have to say, you know, I'm very happy that they're solving cases. I think this stuff is an exciting new breakthrough for law enforcement. I mean, if you really want me to be honest with you about, the excitement of it, I think it's great. I personally, I think this is great. I hope that they take this and solve as many cases as they can. But specifically on a legal forefront, we're going to start seeing this. There's going to be resistance because the defense attorneys they're realizing how damaging this is. They're going to want to regulate it. They're going to want to regulate the hell out of this. They're going to want to make, it's going to get it now that we're seeing what it can do. We're going to have people bucking this.
Oh my God, people can't read a freaking date.
This in because they're going to have a lot of defendants that are going to look at all these people that are now being realized from the 90s. This is an era that had some of the most horrific criminals and horrific crimes. I mean, crime is all the time. I don't want people misunderstanding what I'm saying. Crime is all the time. It's horrific no matter how you look at it. But there was just something, and I think it was the crack epidemic that really caused this explosion.
Okay. No, I'm not even going to touch that one. I am not even going to touch that one. Betty, do you understand the difference between substances? Do you? I don't think so.
Really violent crimes and violent crimes against other people.
Do you know anything about CRACK? I don't think you know much about it, Betty, because it's a quick hit. It's not like doing the other substances where you stay there for a long time.
And I think a lot of it because we didn't have social media back then, and people weren't really interested in what was going on in Kansas or what was going on in Indiana or what was going on in New York City. We had our own problems in our own backyard that we were reading about, And I think a lot of these things we didn't realize were going on, like even the pedo stuff. I don't think we realized how much of it was going on back then. I don't think it's changed that much. I think it's becoming more profound now that we're able to get the information out to a larger audience much quicker with the help of the internet and social media. But this is really a breakthrough, but I do foresee that there is going to be starting to be, because of the waves this is making and the cases this is closing, there is going to be eventually a Supreme Court battle over investigative genetic genealogy and their uses in these cases. So my suggestion to law enforcement and everybody else, get these cases get these cases argued, get this investigative genetic genealogy, stuff in. Do it before they start regulating it, because once they start regulating it, it's going to be more difficult for them to get it. Now, I do believe that they should be getting subpoenas for this stuff. Just me, I just feel so uncomfortable well, we don't have a paper trail in an approval process from a judge or somebody else with the authority to do that. I guess it's just my legal background. I personally like seeing the paper trail. Okay. It keeps everybody honest. It just is, those things that we take for granted or don't understand is what allows the people as well as our other counterparts know that what we're doing or what they're doing is correct, and it's all above board. I personally like subpoenas. If you're going to go into somebody's life, if you're going to be investigating this as a tool to find out whether somebody is guilty or not guilty, I just personally think that they need to have a subpoena. I'm sorry. I just it's just the way I feel about it. And I just feel like it keeps everybody honest, because right now they're arguing about their procedures in doing this. If there was a subpoena and there was an approval, then you wouldn't even have that argument right now. So, it's just one of those things that I don't know if you know this. I don't solve crimes. I've never portrayed to solve crimes whatsoever. There's several things that I do when I take on a case. One is, what help can I bring? If the searching's out, then it's bringing attention or awareness. Nobody does that better than me. Nobody. Because I will go out there and get on a bull. I will bring attention to a case. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about whether or not I bring attention to the case. So there are several strategies I use when I'm out there. Am I trying to bring attention to the case? Am I just trying to commentary on comment on the case? Am I trying to find out what happened? Am I trying to bring new information to a family? So not all the cases do I use the same strategy, because not all the cases are cookie cutter. So you can't go in there using the same exact strategy for each and every case, because each and every case have their individual information on them. So I don't heckle. Actually, as a matter of fact, out of all the cases I've covered, we've only had to be on the Bullhorn in 3 cases out of all the cases we covered. The Bullhorn I only use as a last case scenario. That is the last ditch effort to either bring attention to the case, bring awareness to a situation such as, corruption, which there was a lot of corruption in Chatham County. But they're not the same strategy that I use. I've never, nor do I want to ever solve cases.
What? You don't? Sorry. Sorry about that. What did she just say? Because she had to use the Bullhorn? No, Betty, you don't have a right to use that Bullhorn and do the things that you've done and said in those cases. You are not law enforcement nor an investigative reporter. Your behavior is atrocious, my dear, and wrong, no matter how you spin it. What do you mean you had to use the Bullhorn? And that's only because you had just started going to these houses and stuff because you got with JLR and Molly. That's why, Betty. You hadn't been on YouTube that long, Betty. Wow. She's too much.
You just keep watching, keep coming around. You'll see the great work that we do. I don't know what to tell you, but I can promise you, when I pull out my Bullhorn, people know that there is a reason why that Bullhorn's coming out, and that's what I like. What we want is, when I go into a community, we want me commentating. We want me reporting. We want me searching. What we don't want me doing is pulling out my Bullhorn. And there's only a few reasons why I would pull it out. So as long as we can keep those reasons at bay, you'll never see my Bullhorn again. But if I go into a community and there's a 20-month-old that's been murdered by his mother, that's on double probation, and law enforcement doesn't want to put her away where she belongs so she doesn't injure, hurt, or destroy evidence, that's a good way to get my Bullhorn pulled out.
It's not your right. It's not your business, Betty. You're not law enforcement. You have no idea what they're doing in their investigation. Oh my God. Is she for real? She's not even an investigative reporter. She's a citizen posing as a reporter. Exactly. There are a few reasons I thought she was going to circle back to her bullhorn in the face of trying to save her dying channel. Yeah. So is BHB also against their crew using Ancestry to look up info on their haters? Nope, because she's the one doing it. It's okay for her. But it's not okay for anybody else.
Hey, Frank. Hey, what is your fax number there? I'm going to see if I can get them to fax it to you.
Oh my God, I can't believe her. She really thinks that she has a God-given right to get out there with that bullhorn and act like an idiot.
219.
Yeah, she did.
517.
I stand behind every action I've done, whether you do or not. Again, I don't answer to you.
I'm going to see if I can get
I will never answer
directly to you.
You stand behind harassing a neighborhood.
Current date on it. Okay,
you stand behind getting people fired. You stand behind interfering in a case and being a nuisance to law enforcement and wasting a lot of manpower hours. Okay. Who's going?
There's only one person that I
Wow.
answer to 100%, and that's God Almighty.
Mm-mm-mm.
So you're going to have to learn to accept it.
Wow.
You're going to have to learn to accept I'm here, and I'm not going anywhere. If you would like to help families, then come over here and help families.
Betty, you don't help families with that kind of behavior. And honestly, I don't give two shits that you're here. What I care about is what you do to those families, to the victims. That's what I care about. I don't care if you have a channel or not. That's on you. But you have no right to do the things you do to victims and their families, Betty. No right. You have no right to get anybody fired from a job. You have no right to disrupt the neighborhood where people actually got to leave. You are not God. You are not judge and jury. And you're damn sure not law enforcement.
If not, this is not the place for you. You want to complain and have drama? You have that right. But go do it someplace else. That's my message.
No, your message is all about the drama, Betty, because in this almost 2 hours, most of it's been about the drama, Betty.
We're here to bring awareness to these cases. We're here to talk. Sometimes we just want to, shoot the wind on a case. That's our right. You do not get to control that. You don't control me. You don't control the people in my audience. You can complain and bitch and moan and groan and act like a
He's trying to get somebody's fax number.
It doesn't matter. It hasn't affected this channel in 2 years. It's not going to affect it.
He's trying to get a stupid paper fax. The paper was sent to him that he needed for something. They put the wrong damn date on it. And then the dude says, "Oh, will you change it?" It's illegal. You can't change a date on a paper.
Now. And if you publicly go after me and try to destroy my channel, you'll probably see yourself on another side of a lawsuit. Because that's a legal claim. Not a frivolous one.
No, it's not. You're frivolous. Your lawsuit's frivolous, and you're going to lose. And I can't wait. I can't wait. That's going to be party time. Only because you deserve it, Betty, because what you're doing is wrong. And you know it's wrong. And you know you're lying. But you can be sued. I think you defamed SF Investigates and Chloe. I think they could even come after you if they wanted to. I mean, you accused her of some pretty bad things, Betty. Just saying. The Wells could come after you, Betty. If they could ever pull it together to do it. You're lucky they can't. But see, that's why you pick people like that. Because you know they won't. You know they can't.
And I have a right to bring valid legal claims to court.
Yeah, she's looking for her next lawsuit already.
So, let's just get that out of the way right now. So this genetic genealogy, I really believe, is associated with all these, we've been hearing a lot of these cold cases getting solved. And I truly believe it's the Investigative genetic genealogy testing. Now, listen to this.
Okay.
This is where this whole thing came from. It really is, right here. Because this is what anytime I say anything with color, everybody wants to say I'm a race. I don't care. Like, I literally don't care. A conversation is a conversation. I can't help what color they are, just like they can't help what color I am, right? So, but I was still, we're so stuck in the statistics that, when we hear serial killers, I can guarantee 98% of the people in this chat right now, the immediate thing when we hear serial killer, our brains straight go to a white male between 30 and 40 years old. Call me a liar. That's exactly, when we hear serial killers, that's exactly what goes right to our head. So you can imagine, I have never even contemplated. This is where I feel so stupid. I've never even contemplated a black serial killer. Okay? Never even contemplated. And not only are there are quite a few, and they are not common. It's few and far between. I mean, as opposed to the white man, the 30 to 40-year-old white man serial killer. I mean, I don't know what it is about white men wanting to be a serial killer, but apparently it's more predominantly in the personality characteristics of a white person.
Hey, KCG. Hey, Mama Bear.
Race, right? But there are some. But just that moment of ignorance, like that aha moment of like, I always live in statistics. I mean, that's where I derive 90% of all my numbers is the statistics. But what am I living in? I'm living in the majority of the statistics. I'm not even looking at the other portion of the statistic, right?
Oh my God.
The 15% of it being could be a black person, or the 2.5 of Hispanic descent, or the fact that 10% of these animals work in concert with one another, or a group of serial killers. That makes me sick to my stomach. I just can't. I can't. Like, the more I was going into this, the more twisted it got and the more disgusting it was for me, reading this stuff. So it all started here. This is where everything, like the aha, came from, right? So I'm going to go ahead and play this for you guys, for the ones that didn't get a chance to see it. Hopefully you guys can hear it. If it works right, we'll see. Okay, so far it's working right.
Yeah,
I'm on the wrong side of it. Sorry, I'm on the wrong side.
What is going on? Is YouTube not allowing comments to show up? Because you didn't say anything wrong. It's YouTube's being wanky today, man. It's being, because I don't have any words or anything blocked. But Betty's just all over the place. I hate when she acts like she is a part of law enforcement, as if she is with their plans and she's addressing the public. Like, we're closing the perimeter to catch the fugitive. Yeah. Let's turn Red Room into our voice. Yeah. Exactly, Stone. I'm not the one who poses with pictures with the Proud Boys, because that's a damn thing I'd never do. But anyway, or show the symbol. But that's just me.
Has been charged with 2 counts.
All right, I want to fast forward. I think we're about done with Betty.
52-year-old Gary Dion accused of to go to jail for those crimes. Since then, there's been the Innocence Project, which is
she shows her TikTok videos. It cracks me up.
Got a lot of people out of jail for those things, because at that time in the criminal case, they had blood typing. They didn't have concrete DNA evidence. And now our technology has changed. So there's a lot of cold cases and a lot of evidence.
Okay. Betty's never talked about cold cases before, so she's clearly paying attention to comments in Emmy's chat and other chats, because people have been saying that in chats about her doing cold cases with her Murmur cooking show, and yeah.
But leads came up empty. The case.
I think she's about done with anything I want to hear.
Hear the subpoena, and if I choose not to participate in that, I should have a right to have a judge tell them that they cannot use my DNA. or my biological material housed on a company that I trusted. I'm very conflicted over this. Like I see, and I know people don't understand and maybe like, oh, well, it's doing good. I can't believe you're complaining about it. It's because these are steps you got to understand. One of the things I learned when I went to school to become a paralegal is that it's all these little laws that they remove. And it's only stepping stones to the bigger laws. And guys, if
well, Betty, since you spend so much time and money to go to school to be a paralegal, how come that wasn't your career, Betty? Just out of curiosity. It's just a legitimate question. I mean, you put the time in. I'm not talking about the phony W-2s and stuff that you were making up for the mortgage company, Betty. Why did you not, why not build a career since you're so adamant and so in love with the law? Why didn't you do that? I'm really just asking you. Maybe you'll answer me, maybe you won't.
Value your privacy. And this is all I can say to you. If you value your privacy, you need to stop anything that's going to encroach on your privacy, whether you agree with it or not. If your privacy is that important to you, you have to fight for your privacy. You can't say, oh, well,
You don't honor anybody's privacy, Betty, and you should turn your ring light off because it's reflecting in your glasses. But you don't value anybody's privacy. Not a bit. Not a bit.
I want this privacy over here, but we'll give it up over here. It doesn't work like that in the law. So if you're giving up your privacy, you're giving up your privacy. And that's where I'm conflicted, because this is such great work, great police work. This is revolutionary. This is going to help us solve a lot of cases, but I want to make sure it's done the right way. And the people that are willing to use their DNA to help capture these people, they should have their right to do that. But the people that don't want to participate, they absolutely should have the right to do that. They paid for a service. They didn't sign up to solve cases.
Okay, I'm fast forwarding.
I want to make sure that everything that we're doing in these criminal cases, you got to play the tape through. What happens if this genetic...
Betty, you're not doing anything in these criminal cases. When are you going to get it through your head? And you say you're not trying to solve a crime. Oh, yes, you do. You think you're some inch-eyed private eye.
Genealogy testing is unconstitutional, and they can no longer use it again. We have to play the tape through. How many cases is this the cornerstone of the case, that those cases are going to fall apart?
Okay. Oh, she gets on my nerves.
They just turn off. They don't like women. They don't want to be around women.
What is going on?
They don't want to date women. They just hate women, is basically my understanding.
What is going on?
Of the incel. They want nothing to do with them. They're not gay. They just hate women because women have hurt them. It's basically a club of men that have temper tantrums, the way I understand it.
What?
I could be wrong. That's my understanding of it. That's my simplistic terminology for it. It's a bunch of dudes that are steaming because girls don't like them. They hate them. And they're angry with them.
Well, same can be said about you, because you clearly don't like men. I mean,
and want nothing to do with them. And now I've cut all their sexual being off because they can't get the girl that they want. They're a bunch of whining people. What do you want from me? She said that. Oh, well. It's my truth. It's my opinion.
Oh, my God.
I'm allowed to have it.
She's too much.
You're a bunch of whiny, do better. Women to look at you, do better. If there's something wrong with you, then it's you.
Oh my God.
And the more you fight it, why don't you figure it out what it is about you that people are so anti-you? And
oh my God. Did she just say that? Did she just say that? Betty. That's what people have been trying to tell you for years. And you're going to get on. Fix it, Bets. Fix it. Oh, my God. She's preaching to herself. She really is. Oh, Lord.
So anyways, he starts talking about how the suspect was frustrated towards women.
Okay, I'm fast forwarding. I think we're about done with it.
I keep researching it. keep waiting for that light bulb to go off over my head, and I can't find it. But I feel like I still, to this day, feel like there's something there we are missing. Because they were able to keep this whole phone thing under wraps until
Koberger.
And I keep wondering what else we don't know about. But
you don't need to know. You're not part of the case.
There's another twist in this saga, folks. I don't know what it is. I can feel it in my gut. There's another twist. We'll know it when it's here. We'll know it's when it's here. Now,
that feeling in your gut might be that shoe leather steak you ate the other night.
I also went through the whole, docket just to see, because we really haven't. I've been kind of in Tennessee. I've been working another case. Been doing a lot of just other work. And it's not that we got away, obviously, like Summer Wells. We never got away from it. We never got away from the case. Even Summer Wells, I still follow it. It's just, what else am I going to say? I presented my case to...
Yeah, what else are you going to do? You've already got him fired. You already accused him of every crime in the book. You already harassed the whole freaking town and neighborhood.
YouTube, the only thing I can do is reiterate it. This is what we found out, what we can share with you that we found out. And
Betty, you don't know anything.
We just continue to fight for her. We just need to change strategy. That's the problem. We need to change strategy with We need to change strategy with Summer Wells ever so slightly. We need to start demanding that it gets out of Hawkins County and gets to the state. That's what our drumbeat should be. Hawkins County has done shit for this case, and we need it out of their hands. We need the state to take over the case.
That's not your business. You don't live there. It's not your child. You're not related in any way. You have mucked that case up so bad, you and your little cronies. It's not your business. Why don't you take care of some of the crime going on in your own backyard?
They are a resource at this point.
Okay?
They are not running this case. They are just simply a resource for Hawkins County. We want them running the Summer Wells case.
Yeah.
That's what we need to have happen.
You don't have no say-so. Thank the Lord. I think you've done enough damage to that case.
In that case. So, but you guys know we've been doing Layla. We even went out to Rachel Morin. That guy's still on the loose. We haven't heard any more about Rachel Morin. I may need to start dropping some more videos on that one. We have videos, search videos for Layla. Santinello, we need to get those up. But the most important thing with the Layla Santinello case is raising that reward fund. We are getting no help, guys, okay? Let me explain this. Crime Stoppers is not providing a reward fund. The police department is not providing a reward fund. So
don't slam them, Betty. They can't provide a reward fund for everybody that's missing. They just don't have the budget for that, Betty. But again, you'll get on here and slam them for that. Because it's people like you that don't want that cry about law enforcement budgets at your town meetings. Unfortunately, they don't have the budget to put out a reward for everybody that's a grown adult that's heavily into substances and disappeared. They just don't. And the case has gotten more attention.
To provide a reward.
In all honesty, and I am so happy that it did, but that case got more attention from law enforcement. There's ones that don't ever even get mentioned, let alone flyers or pictures be put out. Oh.
Fun is the family. We now have raised hard, cold cash, $2,000. This is not a fake reward. The money being offered in that reward is the money that can be offered in that reward. We need to bring that up. I'd like to see that.
You have many times.
Quite frankly.
Excuse me.
I would like to see it at $50,000. I know the case would be solved at $50,000, but right now,
truth hurts.
Let's just hit the $5,000 goal. Let's get that raised to about $5,000, and then we'll be good.
No.
All right, guys. I hope you had an amazing day. I did have some Rex Heuermann stuff on here. I know we're going to open up the phone lines. Let me get through some of my work today, and if I have time later tonight, we'll come back on, open up the phone lines, and get the panel rocking out. It's been a while since we've seen each other face to face or chatted. Definitely would like to do that. And I have to tell you guys, so you know that there has been some revelations that have come out, over the last week. You guys know Aileen was the crazy chick that came out to Chatham County and disrupted our stuff for
Clinton's. I'm no Aileen fan, but she didn't come out there and disrupt shit. You guys were already acting a freaking fool before she got there. Did she contribute? Yeah. But you all were already acting a fool.
Simon, and that really kind of blew over and whatnot.
Excuse me, sorry for coughing.
Well, that is working on being resolved between her and I. And she's been wanting to come up here. She's told me she wants to make a public apology. She's told me some of the things that she's done to me personally, and has apologized. I'm not going to, go through all those things. I don't see where
you lied and said you were assaulted when you weren't.
I can promise you, I don't know. I just explained to her, that everything over here is chill. We don't do the drama. We don't talk about the people. We just stay focused with the cases and yada, yada, yada.
You don't do the drama and talk about people? Betty, the first hour and a half of your live was nothing but that. Remember how you dox people? Badly, too. You even get the doxes wrong. Remember how you accuse people of things that they don't do? Yeah. Okay, Betty.
And she seems like she would really like that. So it's I know she's been asking to call into the show. I honestly think I may have her blocked from some of the shenanigans she did early on. So I'll have to check that. But I am going to. I prayed over this for several days.
Oh, Lord.
And I wasn't sure how to handle this, but I always believe everybody, deserves a chance, right?
Okay. Are you going to apologize to her? That's a good question. Hey, wishful thinking. Because you lied and said she assaulted you and you carried on with her as much as she did with you. So it's two-sided here. It's a two-way street, old Bets.
She was, in my opinion, I think a lot of people were manipulated into believing them this horrible person because
it would be truth hurts.
So bad, or my background, doesn't look so bad or so good, rather. And all the lies that came along with that, like we were just doing this for money and all this other stuff. And first of all, even if we were doing, how would they know? Like these people are so stupid. It's just irritating how childish these people, and I can't help but to keep saying, one of them teaching our freaking children, by the way. I found out that she even talks about me to those kids. There's just it's just disgusting.
What?
It's absolutely.
Quit lying, Betty, and spreading misinformation. That's an outright lie.
Disgusting. Don't put your prejudice on your children that you're watching. Like, I'm just over it. It infuriates me. Long story short, I believe that, if she's really trying to change, then we should support that, because at the end of the day, this is about these victims. And
no, it's not, Betty. Stop lying. It's not about supporting somebody who wants to change. You want the drama. You want any dirt she has. Tell the truth. God, you can't never tell the truth. Be honest about it at least. And quit spreading misinformation about that channel. You know who I'm talking about. Because you're outright lying.
The victims' families. And if we can keep making it about them and keep moving this forward and having more people to help and come out and search and do good and have that sense of accomplishment and have that sense of purpose, I show them a different side of what they can do to help. And I definitely will always give anybody that it comes to me and asks me for an opportunity, absolutely an opportunity. And hopefully, she'll be a good member of a good steward of, these cases. We'll see. I have no control over anybody but myself.
Oh my
So
God.
I'm going to give her an opportunity to come here and to have her piece on here. I don't do that. We don't ever bring people up. We don't resolve issues here. This is not the place. This is a place for crime cases and crime cases only. But we are going, I'm interested in hearing what she has to say.
Because you want to try to get dirt on people. And you think you're going to be able to dox H&H, and you're not going to be able to. And you need to leave her alone.
And so once I figure out how we will do this, we will get this brought up. But if she would like to apologize, because I went through hell. Bottom line is what
exactly,
I've gone through
Kirk.
here on this specific platform, nobody should ever have to go through. And I mean nobody. Not even my haters. They should never.
Betty, you cause it with your misinformation, with your doxing people, with your stalking people. You cause it. You are responsible for your own actions, your own words. You asked for it all.
Never even be subjected to what they subjected me to.
Oh, but it's okay that you get on here and accuse someone of selling stuff to children repeatedly and lie about them. You lie about everybody, Betty. Hey, Angel.
It's sad that a bunch of grown-ups choose to conduct themselves
no doubt.
that way. I can't control that, and nor am I going to try. I heard a creator say, "Well, it's just so easy for Betty to lie. Wait, we just never know when she." That was what you guys created. You said I lied. You told me I lied about my past. That's not. That.
Yes, you did lie, and you downplayed it, and you lied, and you lie all the time, Betty, and you know it, and you don't care, and you don't correct yourself, because if you did, that video that you put up, that Ring doorbell cam that you knew had nothing to do with Idaho. You would have taken it down and owned it, but you didn't, Betty. You didn't.
I was truthful about that. You said I lied about my arrest. I'm truthful about that. You told me I lied about my education. I'm truthful about that. So everything that everybody kept saying I lied about, they kept finding out.
Betty, you've lied. Own it. Just own it. You've lied. It's been proven. Oh.
But somehow or another, I was still a liar because I protested. Okay. And more childish nonsense.
That wasn't protesting, Betty. That was heckling. That was being a nuisance. That was attacking people with your words. That's not protesting, Betty.
I'm tired of talking about it. I have to be honest with you. I want to get back to the cases, and that's what we're going to do. I don't want to hear anymore. If they want to talk, that shows more about them. They know it's lies. They sit there and talk about stuff. Oh, here's her words. That was from 10 months ago. What about all your words? What about all your bad behavior from that point to now? For 10 solid months. I have one small area. So that justifies 10 months of horrible behavior on your part.
One small... What? What the... Girlfriend. One small... What's so small about what you've done, Betty? And it never stops with you. It's not 10 months ago. It's every day. It doesn't stop with you. What the hell are you drinking? Stop drinking that Kool-Aid of delusion. Because you're really flowing in it.
okay. Again,
I'm okay.
That's about us. My behavior wasn't horrible. I'm proud of the work we did on quitting Simon.
You're proud of that? You're proud of that? Betty, that wasn't work. That wasn't work. That was being a total freaking lunatic. With no work involved. How can you be proud of the way you behaved? Law enforcement had to waste 50-something calls to come there because of you guys. When they were trying to work an open, active investigation about, about a baby. You're sick. You are twisted if you say you're proud of that behavior.
I will stand behind the work I do on these cases.
Oh my God.
Of course, there's always room for improvement in everything. Will I stop utilizing my bullhorn? Absolutely not. And people are just going to have to find some way to accept it on here. It is what it is.
No, what's going to happen is you're going to go to the wrong place with that bullhorn, and you're not going to like the outcome, Betty, because you push people. You push people. And I'm going to be honest with you. If that had been my neighborhood, I'm telling you, you wouldn't have liked the outcome, because my neighbors would have never put up with that shit. Honestly, neither would the police around here.
You can keep criticizing me till the cows come home. It's not going to stop me. So as long as you guys can take me for me, we'll be able to get along.
Oh my God.
The idea that I'm controllable? Yeah.
Exactly, Haley.
That ain't happening, babe. Because I am free from all the bullshit, right?
No, you're not.
I went through a life of abuse. Trust me. Your opinion about me?
I question that. Maybe being the abuser?
Matter. My life was so much worse. I've been through so much worse.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait, back it up. I've heard you say you grew up with a silver spoon in your mouth and you had everything. Then I've heard you say different. But you're the one who was the aggressor in a lot of things as an adult, Betty. Wow. Okay. You keep being proud of what you've done. You've made a total mockery out of yourself and your channel, Betty.
So much worse. Was this hard? This was hard. This was excruciating. Let me just tell you that. What they did to me, nobody should ever have to go through. Nobody. And the people that support it, you guys know how I feel about you.
What about what you've done to people, Betty? You're only being called out because of your own actions, your own words. If you wouldn't do the ucked up stuff you do, there would be no reason. Nobody would bother you, Betty. Because at the end of the day, no one gives two shits. It's your actions, your words. Wow.
That's all I got to say. I don't need to cuss. I don't need to badger you. I don't need to drag you across here endlessly, day after day after day after.
But you've done that to many people, Betty, day after day after day.
Day after day after day after day after a day, just to get a click in a view. We cover true crime cases over here, and you know what?
Your drama, Betty, with a splash of true crime. That's it. That's all. Own it, run with it, work it. That's simple. But stop the misinformation. Stop doxing people, because you're doing a lot of shit behind the scenes and you know it. And so does everybody else. Everybody knows how dirty you are. Quit trying to dox people. Quit doxing people. Leave people's real lives alone. And when you're doing a case, be honest. Have integrity. That's it.
I'm going to keep fighting for myself in my name on this.
Oh, my Lord.
You can kiss my white-breaded ass. How about that?
White-breaded, huh? Had to throw that in there.
And I love the work that we do. And we're going to continue.
You don't work.
God bless you, folks. Did you guys see Olivia? Olivia, I got a picture of Olivia. I'm like, there's the new Nixon. She's on the bed head, and she's like,
I'm sorry, but that is just strange that a young girl, what is she, 22, 23, if that old? Her BFF is a 45-year-old woman that acts like an idiot. But then again, Olivia does a lot of sneaky, conniving shit behind the scenes. And she herself has said that it was peaceful protesting. They didn't do anything wrong, and they're good with getting someone fired.
Remember,
Olive
was
oil.
that a Nixon pose?
All right.
Do you know who Nixon is, Olivia?
Oh my God.
I'm telling you, guys. I'm telling you, we got a thing. You guys need to tell Olivia this whole Sweetie Pie, the Adventures of Sweetie Pie and Sourpuss. I'm telling you, it's gonna be a winner chicken dinner. All right, guys. I'm gonna post the. I'm signing out right now. I'm gonna post the 7 thumbnails. You guys tell me which number you like in the comments section.
Hold on. Hold on, guys, for 1 second. Give me 1 second. Wait, can you put the Okay, sorry, I had to check where the kids' bus. Wow, that was a lot. All right, what freaking delusions is that woman living in? Wow. Oh my God. Keep balding, Andrew, keep balding. I cannot. Wow. Yes, Olivia does. Did you see Olivia's really crude protest sign she posed with? Also, Betty said their friendship was over when Olivia went back to ID without her. Why would they even want to use her? She's afraid now, in my opinion. Yeah. Well, Betty says that she was ran off of YouTube. Yeah, she said she only doxes haters. Yeah, she did. Yeah, she did say that. Oh, she needs to double wrap herself in bacon and sizzle in the Florida sun. If she did that in front of my house, she'd be wearing that bullhorn in her car. And yep, and no way. Mm-mm. You want to go out there and walk up and down, whatever, hold your sign, but getting on a bullhorn and playing a baby crying and yelling drug addicts and murmurs and the horrible things they were saying. Nope. And who the hell are you to go mess with someone's job? No one has a right to go mess with someone's job. And that's exactly what she's trying to get out of. She thinks she's going to get dirt out of Aileen. That's all it's about. It's not about giving anybody a second chance or anything. It's none of that. She's been trying for months to dox a couple people. And she thinks she's going to get it. Mm-mm. I've never seen anyone like her before. I have crazies in my family. She makes them look sane. Just because Holbrook is wrapped in a prettier package doesn't make her any less wow. Thank you, Haley. Thank you. You're so spot on. Yeah, I don't think she's liked in her own community either, Bear Can. There's a whole Reddit thread about olive oil. She was exploiting pensioners for her TikTok videos. Oh, I got to go find that Reddit link. I don't claim her as a Floridian. Nope, me neither. Nope. Tennessee, you don't want her. We don't want her. Where can we send her? Timbuktu. How do you say kiss my arse and God bless you in the same sentence? Betty can. Yeah, I want to see that Reddit thread. I got to find that. Yeah, she is. She's no better. I thought her mom was scamming an older neighbor man. Now, apparently, her mom is studying accounting to be a CPA. Yikes. Ooh. Yeah, that's, And Beer Can, you don't want her either? Well, dang. Where are we going to send her? Let's send her out to the middle of the desert. There's big, huge snakes and big, huge poisonous scorpions and spiders. I don't know where we're going to send her. But somewhere. She's like a chicken cutlet. my God. And Betty finished second in her class. That's because there was only one other fool who got a loan to pay for a BS certificate. Oh my God. But that's the only reason why I reviewed yesterday's live is because of the statement she was making. She spent most of that live about the drama. And I did want to get some more, show that Layla's mom's video or TikTok because, oh my God, that broke my heart. That woman, oh, I feel for them so badly. But I definitely got to check out that Reddit. I definitely got to check that out. Tiffany got a prize. Okay, well, somebody ordered something. Why, thank you. I don't even know who it was. For my daughter. Oh, I'm going to have to check it out. Oh, man. That was... Ooh, she's the gift that keeps on giving even when you don't ask her to. I would take that freaking bullhorn. Yeah, Egypt, right in the middle of in the desert, way out away from everybody. A camel could be her best friend. Even the pits of hell would send her back. Yeah, they would. They'd pay us to take her back. That could be a way to raise some money, though. Yeah. Olive oil is nasty. Yeah. Yeah. Her and her alien abductions and paranormal with their true crime. Oh, I don't get how you can even take someone that's like that seriously. But, you know, that's just me. Yeah. Betty just never ceases to amaze, does she? I think that because Molly used to do it too. They use their channels to self-reflect. But what they're blaming on other people is what they're actually doing. And they're in their own minds taking ownership without taking ownership or any accountability. Because they just put it on everybody else. Yeah, I got to get going. My kids are coming home from school. Been on here a long time. I thank everybody for joining me. Mods, thank you. You did a great job. Thanks for the memberships, the super chats. Greatly appreciated. You guys are amazing. And I think the judge was way too nice the first time, but that niceness is only going to last so long with her antics in court. Oh, definitely. Yeah, there's only so much leeway she's going to get. She'll hang herself. But I thank you for hanging out with me all this time. And thank you for your support. Do me a favor, hit that like button if you're not subscribed. Subscribe. And I'll see y'all on the YouTube streets, I'm sure. All right, everybody. Have a good evening. Bye.